So Scott City's had their opportunities, but have fallen short on them there. Both teams missing a lot of shots right underneath. Still 3-2. Lady Beaver lead, but Lakin with the ball back. Beavers now will change to a man-to-man look on the defensive end. 3:40 to go first quarter. We haven't seen any scoring in over 2.5 minutes. Underneath the Davidson over Lewis. Line drives it, no, tipped around. And we're going to get our third tie-up of the first quarter underneath, and it'll be Scott City's ball on the possession arrow. Man, it has been one of those quarters where nobody can get anything going here offensively. Lakin is on a 4-minute drought. They had the first 2 points, that coming from Groth, and now Scott City had the only 3 points for them that come from Kendall Gentry. Ball deflected, and Lakin with a steal, their third turnover on Scott City. Right side, bounce pass, backside, layup, too strong, swatted out of there by Vogel. Shavire put it up, and it belonged to Scott City. Mackenzie Metzger, the second Lady Beaver to come off the bench, in for Brenley Stevens. Here with 3:18 to go in the opening 8 minutes of play. We're stuck at 3-2 here. We've been there for the last 3 minutes. Lakin with that 2-2-1 full court press, and Scott City struggling at times to break it. They do get it across, and now ball deflected and into the hands of Erica Felker. Up top to Avery Lewis, open for 3. Bounces off, and the rebound into the paint to Samantha Vogel for Lakin. Under 3 to go first quarter in transition. Boy, they let that contact go. Shot up, bouncing off that time for Bachman, and another rebound for Strine Orty, her third in the first quarter. She has 3 of Scott City's 4 boards here. As Kendall Gentry with it with 2:40. Nice bullet pass into Strine, cutting left, and her layup is in. Strine with the basket, 5-2, 2:38 to go first quarter. As that ends a 3.5-minute drought for Scott City. Lakin has not scored in 5 minutes here. Both teams struggling here from the floor early on. Off a screen up top to Bachman. Now handing off to Shavire up top. She'll drive right side in the right corner to Sarah Wright. Right back up top to Severa. 2:13 to go first quarter. 5-2 Scott City lead. Lakin with the ball. Off a screen, here's Davidson. Goes right past, deflected out. Good job by Mackenzie Metzger, getting a hand in the passing lane as Cheyenne Kramer returns to the Scott City lineup to replace Kendall Gentry. And in for the first time for Lakin. All right, turnaround. There we go. Naomi Monroy, a 5'6" senior. She's one of just 4 seniors on this Lakin team. Scott City, of course, just 1 senior. Final 2 minutes of this first quarter. 5-2 Scott City lead here. Up top with it is Sarah Wright in the paint to... Now they get it to Monroy. Shot blocked by Strine, and she'll grab the board. Only her 4th here in the quarter. In transition, here's Felker cut off. Up top, Mackenzie Metzger. Holds it a couple times. Now we'll put it on the floor. Look back for the offense. You don't want to look back too long. Wright was right there to steal it. Right corner, Metzger looking for a cutter. Can't find anybody up top to Felker. She'll weave her way around left lane line and wrap around pass. Kramer for the deep 2. Too strong. Rebound in the hands of Tegan Bachman for Lakin. 5-2 Scott City. Final 70 seconds of this first quarter. And the Lady Beavers go to a 2-3 zone. Ball deflected, and it's loose near half court, and we're going to get a foul. They're going to get that on Mackenzie Metzger. She'll be called for the push out high, her first and Scott City's first foul. Minute 8 to go in the opening quarter. We're at 5-2 for Scott City. Lakin has not scored since the 7:23 mark of the first quarter, as they will get it inbounded into the backcourt. To Severe, Scott City will pick him up in their 2-3 zone with the dribble out high. Sarah Wright, the lone senior, or 1 of 2 senior starters. That ball is going to be deflected out with 58.3 to go first quarter. It's going to stay Lakin basketball. Now right side, here is Severa. Dumps in it, somehow gets backside to Bachman. Up top, a straightaway 3, banked off. But the rebound into the hands of Davidson. And now stolen away in the paint there. Scott City forces Lakin into their 3rd turnover. 38 seconds here in the first quarter. Scott City up by 5-2 score. Left baseline Kramer. She's cut off, needs help, finds backside. Metzger will take the baseline jumper. Yes! Her first points at Quadwell in varsity, and it's a 7-0 run. Scott City up 7-2. 20 seconds to work first quarter. Lady Beavers have scored the last 7 points of the game. Lakin has not scored in 7 minutes. 15 seconds to go first quarter. Up top, it goes to Sarah Wright looking in. Now she'll pull it back out of Scott City, back to man-to-man with 8 seconds. So 7 with 6. Shavira right side to Tegan Bachman with 3. Up top 2, 1. And fumbling it was Davidson. She won't get a shot off. She made it, but it was well after the first quarter horn sounded. 7-2 Scott City leads Lakin after 1. We'll come back in the second quarter in 1 minute. This is Scott City basketball.
A-Plus Aviation Services at the...
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinics, skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Protected.
7-2, Scott City leads it here after 1. Lady Beavers had the last 7 points of the game. They went on a little 3.5-minute drought. Lakin has not scored since the opening bucket of the game with 7:23 to go first quarter. Scott City led by Kendall Gentry, 3, Brooke Strine with 2, Mackenzie Metzger with 2. Brooke Ruth had the opening basket for Lakin, and then an intercepted pass by Mackenzie Metzger right side. Her layup is good as she has 4 in a row for Scott City, 9-2, 7:45 to go first half. And Scott City on a 9-0 run. Lakin in jeopardy of going a full 8 minutes without a basket, and Mackenzie Metzger almost gets the steal. Here's Shavira with it. Now throws it up top. A straightaway triple for Bachman. That is short, and the rebound to Brooke Strine, her 5th board of the half. Lakin was 1 of 10 in that first quarter. Scott City was 3 of 9. Nobody shot a free throw. Hardly any fouls have been called. Just 1 each for either side. Strine to drive in, kicks it left side. Here's a 3 on the way. Short for Erica Felker, still scoreless, and the rebound loose, ripped away by Scott City, and it's into the hands of Strine for 2. Making an 11-0 Scott City run with 7:06 to go first half. Coach J.C. Holloway not happy, showed his displeasure there with the official. 11-2, 1 minute has gone by. Here's Bachman, strong move to the basket. She is pushed, and she'll get 2 free throws. That'll be a foul on Brooke Strine, her first. With 6:54 to go in the opening half, 11-2 Scott City. And 2 free throws for Tegan Bachman, the 5'3 senior. As I mentioned, just 2 fouls on Scott City. First time that Lakin heads to the line here tonight. Bachman a 55% free throw shooter and ends 11-0 Scott City run. Samantha Vogel in for Lakin. Also back in Brooke Roth. Also in for Scott City's Avery Lewis, replacing Cheyenne Kramer. Lakin will bring in a sub if Bachman hits his second free throw. As a team, Lakin is right at 55% as well. They were just 4 of 10 against Cimarron on Friday. That free throw crawls off, Strine with another board, and will outlet right to Kendall Gentry. 11-3, Scott City with the lead in the ball. 6:48 to go first half. Left side, Stevens up top. Avery Lewis holds it. Off the screen left side to Kendall Gentry. Gets the screen, goes right, steps back, will fire an open 3. Will bury an open 3. She has 6. 14-3 with 6.5 to go first half. Scott City on a 14-1 run over the last 8 minutes of this game. And have opened up an 11-point lead. Man-to-man defense for Lady Beavers. It's Erin Urey, a 5'4 senior, in for Lakin for the first time. She averages 2.3 points off the bench. Off a screen, bounce pass up top. Shavira drives right side, and she gets held by Kendall Gentry. That's her first, Scott City's 3rd, with the reach in there. And that'll allow Jared Davidson back into the Lakin lineup to replace Tegan Bachman. Scott City up by 11, 14-3, 6:13 to go first half. Lady Bronx out of the High Plains League, the High Plains League tournament champions. They're going to almost throw it away in the backcourt. They do save it. Jared Davidson, right corner to Shavira. Underneath, pass deflected and a turnover. That's a 5th on Lakin. Scott City, Kendall Gentry will pull it up. Now she'll dribble it to the right side. Up top to Mackenzie Metzger. Goes left with the pass. As Erica Felker underneath here. Ball deflected. Felker's not in there right now for Scott City. Here's a turnover. She's getting set to check, and then stolen by Strine out of the hands of Groth and lays it up for her 6th point. After the turnover, and it's 16-3 with 5:35 to go first half. Mentioned Felker got a quick breather. Megan Trout also set to check in. Next dead ball for Scott City. Vogel with it now right side. Here's Shavira. Her layup is good. Her first basket. 16-5 with 5:24 to go first half. That's the first basket field goal for Lakin in nearly 10 minutes. 16-5 Beaver edge, 5:14 to go first half. Metzger almost traveled with it up top now to Brooks Striner, holds it back to Kendall Gentry. Gentry will put it on the floor, going to drive right, cut off, goes left to Brinley Stevens. Lakin playing their man defense up top to Strine. She's only attempted 3 threes this year. Did not try to tip one there. Metzger, speaking of threes, that one rims up, but Brinley Stevens with the rebound underneath. Trickles out to Gentry out high, and Scott City resets. Deflected into Strine. She'll drive underneath. Goes up and can't get it to go. Lewis couldn't get the rebound into the hands of Shavira for Lakin. Good tight defense by Metzger, but in the hands of Davidson. As Strine trying to go for point number 8 there. 4:35 to go first half. 16-5 Scott City lead. Lakin with the ball. Elbow left with it is Samantha Vogel. Now right side. Davidson open for 3. Short. Long rebound into the hands of Mackenzie Metzger. She grabs the board for Scott City. They've done a much better job rebounding here in this second quarter. Lady Beaver lead at 11, looking to add to it. Strine with it, hands it off to Metzger, who drives in and loses it, and trying to get a wraparound pass to Avery Lewis, and will throw it away. Turnover number 5 on Scott City. Erica Felker, Megan Trout in. Trout in for the first time, had 2 points against Ulysses on Friday night. Lakin checks out Reagan Shavira as Sarah Wright returns to the Lakin lineup. Lady Bronx have used 8 players, as has Scott City. Here as we're at the midway point of this second quarter. 16-5 Scott City with the lead. Lakin with the ball, left block it goes to Brooke Roth, and now out high. Here's Vogel, right side. They'll work it up top to Sarah Wright. Right with the dribble, goes right with the pass to Yuri. Yuri holds it. Up top to Groth. Now left side as Scott City's in a 2-3 zone to Sarah Wright. Now they go right side to Yuri. Back up top to Jared Davidson. 3:40 to go first half. Scott City with an 11-point lead. And now stripped out of there. Looked like she's going to go for the 3. Gentry couldn't handle it. Oh, they're going to say last touch by Lakin. It'll be their 7th turnover. That'll allow Tegan Bachman to return to the Lady Bronx lineup. Tegan Bachman in to replace Aaron Uri. Gentry to inbound it. Up top, she'll go to Avery Lewis. 16-5. We've been stuck here for about 2 minutes. Under 3.5 to go first half. Lewis with the dribble goes left to Kendall Gentry's. Lakin stays man-to-man. Lewis left side. Up top to Trout. Scott City led so far by Kendall Gentry and Brooke Strine, each with 6 points. Now Gentry will drive in. Her runner in the lane. Curls in. She has 8. Coming off that career high against Ulysses 11, 18-5 as we approach 3 minutes to go first half. You're really starting to see the confidence from the young 5'3 sophomore Kendall Gentry from the floor. Bachman with it, now goes left with a wild pass to right. 2:55 to go first half, and a whistle and a timeout for Coach J.C. Holloway and Lakin. That's a 30-second timeout. Almost said Garden City, but he's been there at Lakin for 2 years. 2:53 to go first half. Keep it right here. Basketball tonight presented by our Scott City Booster Club corporate sponsors, including American Implement, B&H Paving, Barley Grain, Beavertown FFL, Belt, also Burning Farms, Brookover Cattle Company, Shells, Flowers, and more, DeKalb Bear, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Human Bird Benz, Fairleigh Companies, and First National Bank. It was a 7-2 score after the first quarter. It's an 11-3 run so far for the Lady Beavers here in this second 8 minutes. And they have an 18-5 lead. That's been their largest lead. Lakin had the first 2 points of the game. Scott City scored the next 11. And Lady Bronx went about 10 minutes of game time without a field goal. They've been the only ones to shoot free throws. Lakin's only been whistled for 1 foul in the half. Scott City's been charged with 3, and now Lakin's going to throw it away into the backcourt out of the timeout. And as a coach, that's one of the most frustrating things is to get a turnover out of a timeout. And it's over and back in a turnover, and Scott City will inbound it underneath their own basket. Both the leading scorers for both teams have been scoreless here in this first half. Felker for Scott City and or I should say, a couple of the top leading scorers. Here's Felker on cue, right corner three, crawls off the backside board to Tegan Bachman for Lakin. As Felker is 0 for 3 in the first half shooting. 2.5 to go second quarter. Brooke Strine's actually Scott City's leading scorer coming into tonight, but you get the idea. Right side, it's to Bachman, looking in off the screen up top. They floated there, and with it is Sarah Wright. 2:18 to go first half. 18-5, Scott City lead. Skip it over left side to Jared Davidson. She'll take the 17-foot over Lewis, misses everything, and Erica Felker with her second rebound of the night. 2:05 to go second quarter. With it is Felker, dribbles behind the back. Tight pressure defense by Bachman. Now uses it up, finds Avery Lewis out high end to Trout in the paint. Nice give to Lewis. Splits the defenders, goes up, can't get it, but she's got 2 free throws. With 1:56 to go first half. Team foul number 2 on Lakin. I believe they're going to get that on Grother first. Grother first, team second. Lewis to the line, the 5'9 sophomore, 58% on the year. Free throw roaring in and out. Scott City 69% as a team. Lewis was 3 of 5 at the line on Friday night. All 3 of her points there is Brooke Strine in for Kendall Gentry. Still stuck at 18-5. $1:56 to go here in the second quarter. Lewis is second. Yes. Hurt, she's on the board. 4th Lady Beaver to score 19-5 now. And that's the largest lead here for Scott City here in the first half. 1:50 to go, second quarter. With it is Sarah Wright. Now working around the perimeter left corner to Jared Davidson. Back up top left. Bachman now right side to right. Now here's a jumper, no, on the left side for Davidson, and Felker with the board. Down the floor, here comes Brinley Stevens. She'll kick it behind her off a deflection. Avery Lewis, she is double teamed immediately, and that's going to be a tie-up, and possession arrow favors Scott City, with 1:29 to go here in the first half. Scott City with a 14-point lead. Stevens to inbound it in front of the Lakin bench. Up top to Megan Trout, who holds it. Will puts it on the floor. She'll drive all the way. Right side, Avery Lewis. She'll take the deep 2 with her fit on the line and bury it. She has the last 3 for Scott City. They're up by 16 with 1:20 to go first half. 21-5. Been a 14-3 run in this second quarter. Lakin comes in at 9-5. Scott City with a win tonight could match their win total from a year ago. Final minute of this first half. With it is Sarah Wright. Tegan Bachman, right side, pulls up, hangs, shoots, got it, tough shot. She has 3 in that half, 21-7 with 54 seconds to go. That was a tough shot that time by the 5'3 senior. Felker gets the screen, goes to her right, passes it to Brinley Stevens, nice cut, and now with it is Brooke Strine. She looks to drive in, line drive, no, but she draws the foul, and she'll get 2 free throws coming up here with 40.2 to go first half. The foul will be on Samantha Vogel. That is her second foul. She has 2 of the team's 3 fouls for Lakin with 40.2 to go first half. Strine at the line, 69%, averaging 15.6 points, nearly 9 rebounds a game. First free throw, good. 22-7 is your score. Mackenzie Metzger in, also Cheyenne Kramer in for Scott City as Trout and Stevens out. Also Reagan Chavira checks in for Samantha Vogel. So, second free throw coming up here for Strine. Buries them both. She has 8, and it's 23-7. 40.2 to go first half. A 16-5 second quarter run here for Scott City. And they've hit the 16-point lead here twice already in this first half. 30 seconds to go. Davidson goes left for the pass to right. Left block, it goes to Brooke Groth. Back up top, she'll go to Sarah Wright, who will drive left side with 20 seconds to go. Groth with good position on Strine, goes up, misses it, and the rebound tracked down by Avery Lewis. Good defense by Strine to avoid picking up her second foul. 13 seconds to go. Both teams with 3 fouls as Metzger runs the point, goes left with the pass, and now with it is Metzger. 5 seconds now. Here's a 3 deep range, and it's good for Felker. She launches one from about 2 feet behind the high school line, and it's 26-7 on Scott City's third 3 of the half and her 33rd of the year. A 19-point lead for Scott City and a 19-5 run in the second quarter. We'll come back in 3 minutes for the first half of play, or for your first half recap. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 car trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. Jeff, David, and Jesus are ready to help you pick out and order the vehicle for you and your family. Stop in this month and take advantage of up to $1,500 in rebates on select models of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks. Loft Motors, your largest Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram truck dealer in all of western Kansas. Located under the Great American flag on South 2nd in Dodge City.
Here's Odessa from Plain Jan's.
Plain Jan's, Plain Jan's, Plain Jan's. Oh, we do so many things.
Tell us about it, Odessa.
Well, we rent houses, big houses, little houses.
Okay, what else?
Plain Jan's prints gloves. Lots and lots and lots of gloves.
Tell me more.
Adam, my grandma who started Plain Jan's 35 years ago.
Wow, that was a night.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
On threes from the free throw, or from the field, that is, excuse me. Scott City was pretty good in that first half. They were 10 of 19 for 52%. No foul trouble for Scott City. They had three different players commit one foul for Lake, and they had Samantha Vogel with two other teams' 3 fouls. Other scores in the league here in the first half. It's all head-to-head in the GWAC. Hugoton avenging an early season loss to Cimarron in December. Well, they are leading 25-9 over the Lady Blue Jays at halftime. Goodland is in Colby. Third meeting between the Cowgirls and Lady Eagles. 27-17. Goodland leading Colby at the break. And the route is on for Holcomb. They lead Ulysses 42-12 at intermission. Here it's 26-7 for Scott City, the lone non-head-to-head league matchup. Scott City will be at Holcomb on Friday night. Take on the Lady Longhorns and the Longhorn boys. And then it's senior night here next Tuesday night. Scott City will host the Colby Eagles, and then they'll have a week off in between games, and we'll head to Goodland on the 21st. Lakin has 5 more games after tonight. They will host Elkhart on Friday night. That'll be their throwback game in their high school gym. Of course, they play all their games at the middle school. And then they will go to Goodland next Tuesday. We'll host Sublette and Deerfield back-to-back nights and go to Wichita County down the road in Leota to wrap up the regular season on the 21st. These two teams in the same sub-state. Lakin will host the sub-state. I can't believe that's coming up already here. And 2 weeks from tomorrow, they will seed the sub-state out. I can't believe that, how fast the season's going. It'll be Lakin ball to begin the third 8 minutes of play. They'll have Jared Davidson also out there, Sarah Wright, Tegan Bachman, Brooke Groth, and also Samantha Vogel. Scott City will have Kendall Gentry, Brentley Stevens, Cheyenne Kramer, Brooke Strine, and Erica Felker. Third quarter officially underway. And Scott City opens up kind of that 1-1-3. They'll flip it to a 2-3 look here. With it is Wright. Now they go left to the pass to Bachman up top. It goes to Sarah Wright, but Lakin's top two scorers scoreless here in this first half. Or in the first half, I should say. Davidson now skip past. Now they get it to Groth up top. It'll go to Sarah Wright. Goes right side to Davidson from 17. And that one crawls in. And as I say that on cue, she has her first basket of the night. So Lakin scores first in the third quarter. And they trail 27-9. Scott City's first possession of the second half as Lakin goes man-to-man again. Gentry uses up her dribble now to Brooke Strine, left to Gentry. Holds it, now is guarded. She'll dribble around the perimeter to the top. Now needs help, finds Strine at the foul line, goes to her left, splits the defenders, and she draws the contact, and she'll get 2 free throws. That might be on Samantha Vogel, we'll see. Nope, they're going to get that on Groth. That's her second, team's first of the half. That would have been on Vogel, that would have been her third. So 2 free throws for Strine. First to 2, good. She has 9, 27-9, 7:07 to go here in the third. They really let them play for the most part in that first half. Both teams just 3 team fouls. Second free throw, Strine into double figures again. 28-9. Scott City answers the bell there with the Lakin basket to open up the second half. 1 minute into this third quarter. Back to a 19-point Scott City lead. With it going right is Sarah Wright. She'll stop and pop a 3 off the left, and the rebound ripped away by Strine, kind of from her teammate there. And then it's stolen on a whistle by Bachman in the backcourt. Nope, they're going to get her with the foul instead. She'll get the first foul, much to the displeasure of the Lakin faithful. Team foul number 2 already for Lakin this half with 6:50 to go third period. So Scott City can add to their 19-point lead at 28-9. Left side, here's Kendall Gentry trying to clear out here. Finds Erica Felker up top. Now goes right side to Brinley Stevens. Her shot in and out and back home. She has her first basket, 30-9, 6:31 to go third quarter. I believe that's her first point since the tournament in Sterling. So that's a good sign to see. The 7th Lady Beaver to score tonight. Now lost, but picked back up by Vogel. Tries to go around Strine, and Strine stuffs her but commits the contact. That'll be Brooke Strine's second. And the first team foul of the second half on Lakin. 2 free throws for Samantha Vogel, who's struggled at the line this year, just 8 of 24 at 33%. Lakin tonight 1 of 2 at the line. But as I said this, she'll hit them. She hit her first one, 30-10. It always happens. It's like the reverse broadcaster's jinx. 6:19 to go third quarter. Vogel, her first point of the night. She averages 8.2 a game. She can't get that one to go, and Cheyenne Kramer collects her first rebound of the night. 20-point Scott City lead. Stevens in the front court finds Strine, cutting off her hands, and it'll go out of bounds. Scott City with turnover number 6. Had the right idea, but just couldn't quite connect that time. And the 6th Scott City turnover as they lead by 20 with 6:10 to go third quarter at 30-10. With it is Wright. She'll go left around the screen, left corner to Tegan Bachman. Bachman, Scott City staying in that 2-3 zone, skips it right to Jared Davidson. Up top to Wright. Goes left now, bullet pass into Groth. And Vogel cutting in, tries to go around Felker, and she'll get it to go. She has the last 3 for Lakin for the first time tonight. Lakin with some points on back-to-back trips. It's 30-12. 5:43 to go third quarter as they apply full court pressure. Scott City will break it here eventually with Erica Felker. She'll drive down the middle. She'll drive in strong, and that'll be a charge on Felker. There was no question about that. She forced that one a little bit. That's her first foul, and the team's second. And back-to-back Scott City turnovers as Mackenzie Metzger will check in for Erica Felker. Felker struggling from the floor tonight, just 3 points, and that came right at the end of the first half. Correction, that's Felker's second. And the second team foul for Scott City this half. 5:28 here in the third quarter. It's 30-12 for Scott City, but Lakin with the last 3 of the ball game. Bachman, left block, it goes underneath the Vogel, backs her way in, puts it up, and it's now a 5-0 run. With 5:16 to go third quarter, and Lakin starting to catch a little fire from the floor. They have scored 7 points already this quarter. Kramer holds it as we approach the 5-minute mark of the third quarter at 30-14. Strine's trying to get it, and it's stolen away. 3 turnovers in a row for Scott City, and Lakin has it blocked, but a foul is going to be called on Mackenzie Metzger, her first. Correction, second. Already 3 fouls on Scott City, but Lakin's come out a little bit more aggression here in the last couple of minutes. And Coach Amy Felker senses the momentum shifting and calls a full timeout. We'll take it as well with 4:58 to go third quarter. Scott City 30, Lakin 14, back after a 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Motor Supply to serve.
Before you send it back here, Stephanie, go ahead and play the legal ID.
Chambliss Roofing has you covered since 1993. They are prepared for any job like maintenance and repair, an upgrade, or a new install. They provide the best customer service for residential and commercial roofing. Looking to upgrade to a metal roof? They can do that as well. If you have any existing damage or are looking for a roof that will last for years to come, don't wait to get a free consultation. Visit their website, chamblissroofing.com, by scanning the QR code on screen now.
Night is hit 2 of 5, and now 3 of 6. Bachman hits the second one and makes it a 6-0 run for Lakin with 4:58 to go third quarter at 30-15. Lewis to inbound it in to Mackenzie Metzger, back to Lewis, and now ball kicked as she tries to bounce past it to Megan Trout. So Scott City would, with Avery Lewis, Mackenzie Metzger, Megan Trout, Brooke Stride, and Erica Felker back out there. It's a 6-0 Lakin run, and they're to within 15 here as Lewis trying to get it in. Eventually gets it to Stride to avoid the 5 count. Wanted to pass it to Felker, but the Lakin defense is already back down, and now Davidson steps in front of the pass, and 4 consecutive turnovers, and the layup is too strong, but the backside board for Bachman. Davidson put that up, and Lakin with all the momentum. Shavira back in. Now going over Stride. Stride stuffs that time Vogel, but Vogel cracks down the loose ball out high, and Lakin resets. 4:25 to go third quarter at 30-15 for Scott City. Metzger tries to knock it away, and she had a second foul thrown up by Shavira, and now we get a whistle, and they're going to get a tie-up after Trout grabbed the board. It'll be Scott City's ball in the possession arrow. So Metzger picked up their second foul moments ago. Back in is going to be Naeli Monroe replacing Brooke Groth. Lakin plays their full court pressure with 4:16 to go third quarter. Scott City needs to get it in to avoid the 5 count. Now they get it into Felker. Felker holds it. Now we'll put on the floor. Scott City down the floor to a wide open Trout, who tight ropes the sideline in front of the Scott City bench, and now to Lewis up top to Felker, who stops and pops the open 3 short. Rebound into the hands of Shavira halfway through this third quarter. Scott City on a 2.5-minute scoring drought, leading this one 30-15. They build up a 30-9 lead 90 seconds into the third quarter, but Lakin has scored the last 6 points over a 2.5-minute stretch. Davidson hands it off to Bachman, stops, now bullet pass in. Here's a shot up and wide right, rebound tipped, and it's going to be ripped away by Mackenzie Metzger for Scott City around Shavira. That was put up by Vogel. And Metzger with their second board of the night. Scott City needs a basket. They haven't had one in 3 minutes after going up 21. Felker goes left, gets a nasty screen from Strine. Now Strine will catch it, goes to her left, lays it up, no. And the rebound, it'll be a tie-up underneath after the rebound, but it's going to be Lakin basketball. Scott City really struggling from the field. In fact, they've only hit 1 field goal here in this second quarter, but they haven't helped themselves with turnovers. They've had 4 turnovers in this second quarter, 9 for the game. They had a string of 4 turnovers in a row before that one of the last timeouts for Scott City. And Lakin has scored the last 6 points. 30-15, 3:15 to go third quarter. Sarah Wright to bring it across the 10-second line for Lakin, and Scott City will pick him up in the half court. And now Metzger will rip it right out of the hands, and we'll get another tie-up. I think we're up to about 6 jump balls here in this first half. That'll be a turnover, or in the ball game. That'll be turnover to Scott City. If you had 7 on the over and under when you're getting ready to hit the push. 3:08 to go third quarter. Inbound in to Erica Felker is Lakin will back off on their man-to-man full court. Felker into Strine down the middle, high off the glass. Yes, and that's a much-needed basket. Strine with a dozen. 32-15 with 2:56 to go third quarter. Breaks a 3.5-minute drought for Scott City and ends a 6-0 Lakin run. Now backdoor cut underneath off the hands of Jordan McCombs, who was in there for the first time. The 5'3 freshman was pretty far underneath the basket anyway, and Lakin with their 10th turnover of the night. Scott City's ball seeing man-to-man full court pressure with 2:47 to go third quarter. Metzger with it. Now we'll try to get it to Avery Lewis through her hands and out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover. Scott City's 10th turnover. And Coach Amy Felker wants a 30-second timeout with 2:46 to go third quarter, as she has burned 2 of her 5 timeouts here in this third quarter. She'll be left with 3. Basketball presented here by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Great Western Tire, Harrow's Chiropractic and Acupuncture, High Choice Feeders, Hammy Amy Farms, HRC Feed Yard, J&R Car and Truck, also Janry Trucking, and JF Beaver Advertising. 32-15, Scott City the lead over Lakin, and Scott City, who did carry the ball pretty well in the first half, was able to break Lakin's full court pressure, struggled a bit here in the second half. They've committed 5 turnovers of their own, and Lakin has scored 8 points in this third quarter after just having 7 in the first half. In fact, Lakin has outscored Scott City 8-6 in this third quarter after Scott City outscored the Lady Broncs 19-5 in that second period. And then Metzger with a steal. Oh, she saved it into play. Good hustle, but Lakin grabs it back there, so Lakin keeps possession with 2:40. Metzger with a lot of deflections tonight as Shavira with it. Bullet pass underneath, wide open, and missing the bunny was Sarah Wright. The ball last touched by Lakin on a fight underneath. It'll belong to Scott City. As back in will be Tegan Bachman here with 2:31 to go third quarter. Lewis to trigger it in, trying to find somebody to avoid the 5 count. Just gets it into Felker. And Felker will try to push it across. Dribbles behind the back. 2:25 gets it across the timeline to Kendall Gentry. Gentry trying to get it to Strine. Ball deflected. Oh, saved into play. And it's back over to Lakin. That one you probably just want to let go out of bounds. But you got to love the hustle by Strine trying to save the possession for Scott City. Chavera drives in, no good, and then a whistle. Late foul called. They're going to call that a shooting foul? Wow. They're going to say Metzger pushed, her 3rd team foul, and 2 free throws for Reagan Chavera. That's an interesting call just because it was right when the rebound occurred by Scott City. We saw that a little bit last week as Chavera, 57% free throw shooter, hits it. 32-16 with 2:09 to go third quarter. The only problem I have with, whether it was a foul or not, the problem I have with that is why not blow the whistle right away instead of waiting for if the shot goes in or does not? Second free throw is bouncing around and drops in, and she has 4th point of the night, 32-17. And it's going to be Jared Davidson. Scott City also brings in Cheyenne Kramer, Brindley Stevens. It's a 15-point Scott City lead here with 2:09 to go third quarter at 32-17. And I'm not complaining of the officiating, and probably was the right call. Just feel like why delay the whistle if it's going to miss. Here's Felker driving in. She'll drive down, split the defender, and bank it in on the right side with the right hand. 34-17, 1:51 to go third quarter. And Lakin quickly back the other way and bowling her way in, missing the shot short. Strine couldn't quite grab the rebound. That was Bachman. And it'll stay Lakin basketball with 1:43 to go third quarter. Inbounding it in is Sarah Wright. Nice cut to the basket. The basket is good for Vogel. She has 7 on this quarter, 34-19, 1:39 to go third quarter. And Lakin applies that full court pressure. They've cut it 3 times to a 15-point deficit after Scott City had a 21-point lead. Down the floor, Kendall Gentry. Oh, she loses the handle of it, and Scott City has turnover number 12. Scott City turnovers in this third quarter, allowing Lakin to get back into this ball game a little bit. It was a 19-point game at halftime. Now it's 15. 1:20 to go third quarter at 34-19. A 12-8 run so far the Lady Broncs, and Vogel went down and it looks like she's okay, but she'll get the ball mid-post right, goes to right, her jumper short, rebound. Lakin hustles for it right with the offensive board, and they'll have another possession here. Minute to go, third quarter, 34-19. Lakin has come out and really out-hustled Scott City to the loose balls here in this third quarter, and Bachman with the basket. She has 6. It's now a 13-point game with 53 seconds to go third quarter, and Lakin knocks the ball out of bounds. Scott City led 30-9 in the 6:31 mark of the third quarter. Since then, it's been a 12-4 run for Lakin, and they're back to within 13 as Avery Lewis in to replace Kendall Gentry. And in for the first time is Ann-Sophie Vandernap, a 5'9 senior. Lakin has played 10 players here tonight, as that will be Samantha Vogler without Kenzie Lohman-Fuller, who's out with an injury she suffered against Cimarron. Driving in right side, Felker. She has the last 4 for Scott City. She has 7, 36-21, 42 seconds to go third period. Scott City's lead back up to 15. Now with the driving in, here's Bachman. Underneath, has to throw it up top to right for a deep 2, just inside the arc, rimming in and out. And the rebound, Monroy couldn't get it in the hands of Stevens. Good fight for the ball by Scott City there. 20 seconds to go third quarter. Avery Lewis with the ball up top. Now to Cheyenne Kramer, back to Lewis, left side. 36-21 Scott City. Felker turns down the 3, drives the right side. Brenley Stevens holds it up top to Cheyenne Kramer with 12. Now Avery Lewis looking to drive left side, cut off. Bounces it in, ball poked away, but picked up by Brenley Stevens with 4 seconds. 3 seconds, back to Stevens. 1 second, Lewis will chuck up a 2, and it's wide to the right, and that's the end of your third quarter. And Scott City has their 19-point lead dwindled to 15 as we head to the fourth quarter at 36-21. Back in a minute, this is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Bachman left block, guarded tightly, and they're going to get a whistle and a foul on Cheyenne Kramer. That'll be her first and the team's fourth with 7:36 to go. And in will be Brooke Groth for Lakin. She will replace Ann-Sophie Vandernap. Lakin with the ball back as both teams traded a turnover to missed shot in the fourth quarter here. 36-21, opening seconds, inbound in to Jared Davidson. She's been held to just 2. Here's a deep 2, short. Strine had it, and then in the hands of Felker. And Felker with it after Shavira fired up a deep 2 in the left corner. 7:20 to go. Lakin stays man-to-man. Felker gets a screen, drives the left side, cut. Nice move to Strine, but saved into play. Scott City unable to keep it, and it's turnover number 13. Went right through Strine's hands, and then Scott City tried to save it back into play, but couldn't. So kind of a sluggish start here for this fourth quarter, but Scott City trying to dwindle away this 15 or the clock here. They're up by 15, first minute of the fourth quarter. And Weave up top. Shavira with it goes to the left elbow, and now a foul line just inside for Vogel, and it's stolen away. Lakin with 2 turnovers in this fourth quarter, 12 for the game. Scott City with the ball in a 15-point lead, can run their offense here and be a little extra patient with 6:50 to go. 36-21 your score. No scoring yet in the fourth quarter. Trad holds it up top. Almost traveled. Now here's Felker. She'll drive in the middle, left side. Cheyenne Kramer will launch a 3. Too strong. The rebound into the hands of Brooke Groth for Lakin, her third board of the night. Kramer scoreless. Her second shot attempt down the floor. Here's Davidson, turns down the three, drives right baseline. Shot over Strine, no. The rebound, two Lady Bronx had it. They'll save it into play. And throwing one up high off the glass, no. And Strine with rebound number 9. They had two good looks that time. Scott City with the ball up by 15 as we approach 6 to go in this fourth quarter. Good position by Strine. Bank shot, no. Got her own rebound. Follow up, no. And she was just going for that double-double. She'll have 2 free throws coming up here with 6:03 to go. That's Scott City's first offensive board of the second half, and the third foul on Brooke Groth with 6:03 to go. Team foul number 3 on Lakin. Scott City has 5 fouls. First to 2 for Strine. Oh, rims off. Scott City's first free throws of the second half. Scott City as a team now 3 of 5. Kendall Gentry, Megan Trout out. Mackenzie Metzger and Avery Lewis back into the Scott City lineup. Sarah Wright in to replace Reagan Chavira. Strine trying to go for the Baker's dozen, and she does there. She's now 4 of 5 from the line. 37-21, 6 minutes to go. That's the first points by either side in this final 8 minutes of play. Scott City has scored the last 3 in this ball game. Right side it goes to Vogel over Strine. No. Rebound knocked around and picked up off the deflection by Bachman. Lakin with another crack at it. And a deep 2 at the elbow. No. Ripped away by Strine out of the hands of Davidson. Scott City with the ball up by 16. 5:35 to go, 37-21. Man-to-man defense for the Lady Bronx. Go right side of the pass to Mackenzie Metzger. Trying to find Felker, and eventually does. She goes to the ball. Now Felker drives in, gets the ball kicked, and that's going to be last touch by Scott City. That'll be their 14th turnover. One thing that Scott City has done in the second half, they've committed 9 turnovers and now have 14 for the ball game. Part of it is Lakin has turned up the intensity as well on the defensive end in the second half. They look like a different team, but Lady Beavers build up a lead here. They've led by as many as 21. Saw their lead dwindle to 13 late third quarter. It's at 16 now. Nice cut right block going up over Kramer. Leaving the shot short was Groth, but she got her own rebound and misses another one. This time Kramer collects the board for Scott City, her second of the night. 4:55 left. Lakin without a basket here in nearly 4 minutes. A little over 4 minutes now. 37-21. Metzger, she traveled with it. She was double-teamed out high, and back-to-back Scott City turnovers. As Kendall Gentry, Brentley Stevens return back in to replace Erica Felker and also Cheyenne Kramer. Scott City led by Brooke Strine, 13. Kendall Gentry, 8. Erica Felker was 7. Lakin led by Samantha Vogel with 7, and Tegan Bachman was 6. 4:35 to go. Right with it up top, right side, just inside the arc. Groth underneath, good position, and Vogel has all 9 of her points in the second half. It's 37-23, 4:25 to go, as Scott City throws it away again. There's this Lakin steal, right side, the deep 2, too strong. Kendall Gentry missed time to jump, tried to grab the rebound, saves it into play. We have a collision, and we have a tie-up. It'll be Scott City's ball. Lady Beavers now with 4 turnovers in this fourth quarter, but they were lucky to keep it as Felker and Kramer check back in. Lakin almost got it down to 12 there with 4:12 to go in the pass. Jordan McCombs, I'll check in, replacing Jared Davidson, giving her a quick breather. Coach J.C. Holloway will send in Naomi Monroe back in to replace Brooke Groth. 37-23. Lakin has outscored Scott City by 1, 2-1 in this fourth quarter. We're down to 4:12 to go. Lewis inbounded into Erica Felker. You almost don't want her to get her in that coffin corner, but she dribbles out of the double team. Ball deflected out of bounds on the pass. It'll still stay Scott City's ball. 6 seconds ticked off the clock. In a way, that might be a break for Scott City because I don't know if they would have been able to get it across in 10 seconds. I had to waste a timeout. Now Lewis will pass it down the floor to Kramer. She's on the run, drives right side, the layup. Yes! She's got her first basket, 39-23, midway point, fourth quarter. That one snuck in there, and a good job in recognition off the inbounds by Scott City to get the layup for Kramer. Comes 8th Lady Beaver to score tonight. Entry feed in, right block to Monroe. Shot up in and one. With 3:46 to go, team foul number 6 on Scott City. They'll get Brentley Stevens with their first foul. 6 fouls on Scott City this half, just 3 on Lakin. The first points for Naomi Monroy. Makes it 39-25 with 3:46 to go. And the free throw too strong. Erica Felker collects rebound number 5 for the Lady Beavers. They're up by 14 with the ball. Avery Lewis in the front court drives right side. It's cut off. Now pivots and hits the deck. Right there's Felker to save the possession. We're going to get another tie-up and a turnover. Point being, Scott City will have to, with the tight defense Lakin is playing, a sense of urgency down 14, will need to continue to take better care of the ball. But before that, we have a timeout taken by Lakin with 3:32 to go. It's 39-25 Scott City. Coming back here in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
3:32 to go in this one. Lady Beavers with a 14-point lead there at 39-25. Lakin will get the ball out of the timeout after the tie-up. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. As it will be Sarah Wright running the point here. Naomi Monroy also taking Bachman. Also Samantha Vogel and Jared Davidson. 3:15 to go. Scott City with Kendall Gentry. Also Brenly Stevens, Avery Lewis, Brooke Strine, and Erica Felker. Ball loose, picked up by Lewis. Splits the double defenders, or double team, I should say. As it's 3 minutes to go. Here's Kendall Gentry taking it coast to coast. Throws it up, no, tipped around into the hands of Lakin. Vogel with it with 2:54 to go. So good effort by Scott City. Couldn't quite get that one. Gentry trying to get double figures in back-to-back games. Now in the paint, turnaround shot, rimming in and out and dropping in for Vogel. She has 11 all in the second half. 39-27 with 2:42 to go, and a 30-second timeout for Lakin as they're down to 2 timeouts. And this is the closest Lakin has been since about the 3-minute mark of the first half. They're on a 6-3 run in this fourth quarter. City had a lead of 21. It's been dwindled down to 12. So 2:42 to go here, 39-27. Scott City trying to get back-to-back wins and match their win total from last year. They're 7-9. Lakin is 9-5. Scott City's won the last 7 in this series. They've not won more than 7 in this, the longest streak in the series for Scott City. Lakin, a team that went 10-11 last year, 11-10 2 years ago, lost to Scott City in the sub-state first round, and then Cimarron, in 1920, Lakin went 10-11. So they've had 3 straight seasons with at least 10 wins or more. Inbound into Felkers, now to Brooke Strine, holds it, finds Gentry just across the half-court stripe, drives right sideline, pulls it back out wisely here with 2:32 to go. With it into Strine now. They'll go up top to Felker. And with it now is Gentry with 2:23 to go. Scott City can run some time off. Now the Felker here. Back to Gentry, 2:15 to go. Lakin only has 3 fouls. That could come back and hurt them. Now to Strine, great position. Pivots back up top to Gentry. And now to Felker here with 2 minutes to go. Felker, that's almost had the old headlock. Jordan McCombs tried to go for the headlock takedown, but there's no wrestling mats here. McCombs foul her first, team's 4th. And back in will be Reagan Shavira to replace Jordan McCombs, who picked up the foul here with 2:01 to go. Just the fourth team foul on Scott City. It wasn't anything intentional, just trying to commit the foul into Felker. Scott City doing a good job running time off the clock. Strine will dribble it. Lakin will need to start fouling here with 1:54 to go. Now with it is Felker. 12-point Scott City lead, 39-27. Stevens is fouled by Sarah Wright, her first, and that'll be team foul number 5. 1:48 to go, 39-27. So this has only been a 20-13 second half run for Lakin. 1:45 to go up top to Felker, Now she's double teamed out high, finds Brinley Stevens to Strine. Underneath to Lewis, she'll put up and score it. Her 5th point, 41-27, 1:34 to go. Scott City ran a little over a minute off that possession, and he got an easy 2 underneath. That'll work. 1:25 to go in this one. And it goes, here's shot, and it's short for Davidson, but hustles for the rebound, and she has her 4th point all in this second half. 41-29 with 1:15 to go. And bounce pass into Brooke Strine. Finds a cutting Avery Lewis. Almost pivots. Now she'll take it across, or try to, with 1:05 to go. Just gets it across the 10-second line. Bounce pass to Felker, and then it's stolen away. 18 Scott City turnover, and it's a 10-point game. Bachman with the basket at 8, 41-31. Full timeout with 55.1. Let's come back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver basketball.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Well, tried to lead pass it to Strine. She does in the front court with 40 seconds ago, and that pass almost thrown away. Somehow that went through traffic, and now Metzger holds it. Back up top to Gentry. Scott City running valuable seconds off. 30 seconds to go, and now Gentry needs help, and she is fouled by Sarah Ryder, third, with 29.6 to go. And Kendall Gentry with the 1-and-1 coming up, who's just 38% at the line this year at 6 of 16. See if she can redeem herself and get her 9th point here and maybe 10th. Scott City ran off about 26 seconds there of game clock. From the 1-and-1, Gentry with 9. She gets the bonus. 42-31, 29.6 to go. And Avery Lewis to check in for Brenley Stevens. Second free throw for Gentry. Good. She's got her second straight double-figure game, 43-31, and she bucked that 6 of 16 free throw streak. And now left corner three. That is too strong, but the rebound for Shavira. She'll put it up. No, rebound to Avery Lewis, and that may about do it here. With 15 seconds to go, Scott City's going to hang on here with it. Now Felker up top to Strine. Strine will dribble around and go left to Mackenzie Metzger. Back up top to Felker with 4 seconds. Lakin not going to foul, and that'll be it. Lady Beavers had a 21-point lead. It got trimmed down to 10 late, but they ended up winning by a dozen here tonight, 43-31. Lady Beavers are now 8-9 on the year. They matched their win total from a year ago. And Lakin drops her second consecutive game for just the second time this year, as they are now 9-6 on the season. 43-31, Lady Beavers lead it. We'll come back after this 3-minute timeout and wrap things up here for the girls' game. This is Scott City basketball.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
One shot attempt in the first half, and 8 for Tegan Bachman, the 5'3 senior, 4 for Jared Davidson, also 4 for Reagan Shavira, Naomi Monroy with 2, and that was the scoring there as Lakin scored 31 points there, 15, 23, there we go, yep, 31. They had 13 turnovers, they had 7 steals, 10 fouls tonight. They had 13 defensive rebounds, 8 offensive boards unofficially, 21 rebounds, and from the free throw line, they were 5 of 8, did not attempt a free throw in that fourth quarter. Scott City was led tonight by Brooke Strine. She had the baker's dozen. Kendall Gentry with her second straight double-figure game. She had 10. 7 for Erica Felker. 5 for Avery Lewis. Also 4 tonight from Mackenzie Metzger, all those coming in the first half. 2 each for Brentley Stevens and Cheyenne Kramer with the basket. So 8 out of the 9 players that checked in tonight for Scott City scored a basket or at least 2 points here tonight. And for Lakin, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different players score at least 2 points. Lady Beavers, though, committed 18 turnovers. They had 11 steals. They had 9 total fouls. They had 16, make that 21 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive boards, 25 rebounds. So they would barely nudge Lakin in the rebounds, but they won that 25-21. And from the foul line tonight, Scott City 3 of 4 in the fourth quarter. They were 6 of 8 for the ball game here. As we're going to get mic'd up here, Coach Amy Felker here. For Scott City picks up the win here tonight. We'll go ahead and talk with Coach Felker here. And well, Coach, congratulations here on the victory here. And it was one of those games where you came out and I thought first half looked pretty good there. Lakin, I know, struggled shooting from the floor, but a lot of that was because of what you guys did. And second half, Lakin kind of looked like a different team. What did you see here tonight?
You know, first half we were really ready to play. We knocked down some really key shots. We got some girls open. Defensively, we were solid. We were getting the coverage, and we did a great job of defending their play. Second half, we just came out a little flat. We weren't getting in the defensive coverages like we needed to. We knew they play, and we just weren't covering the block screen. Offensively, we just needed to do a better job of slowing down and getting into the offense a little bit better, not forcing.
And not to take anything away from Lakin, but you guys feel like you let up a little bit in that second half after you built that 21-point lead?
You know, we talked about, winning the second half, and, that definitely didn't happen. But, we didn't come out with the fire in our eyes like we did in the first half. And we just got to do a better job of playing for 32 minutes. Luckily we had a good solid start, and we had a little bit of room to work.
Well, a good night tonight there from Brooke. She had her 13 points, and gotta love that Kendall backed up her 11-point game with a 10-point game, and she is really becoming a confident shooter there, and that it was, I guess, blowing up, I should say. A prime example of that was hitting 2 free throws back-to-back there, where she struggled there at the line this year.
Kendall's really stepping up. She's having confidence in her shot. They're leaving her open, and she's making them pay for leaving them open. So she really worked really hard. Brooke, she always powers strong on the inside and did a great job. So the girls stepped up when we needed them, and they played great games.
You had 8 players score tonight, at least 2 points. You got to love that.
That makes for a good team. We were passing the ball. We were getting the ball to the people that were open. So, it's nice to see a lot of people score and that kind of stuff.
I mean, 7 of 8, but you get the idea. A good balance of scoring there. But, that second half, you built up the lead. You saw Lakin really come back here. And I thought the one possession, when they cut it to 12 there, they got the timeout. You ran over a minute there, and you got the open look to Avery underneath. That was a possession where you guys were about as poised as you had been all year.
We were very relaxed, and we just were really wanting to be patient and find a good shot. And we found that layup, and that's what we really wanted to find. We wanted an easy shot. We didn't want to force something, and she had something with nobody on her, and she did a great job right there.
Lakin loves to throw full court pressure at you for 32 minutes, and they're in your face there. They like to trap out of it. For the most part, did you like how you handled their pressure tonight?
For the most part, we did a good job. There's a few times that we were not getting the way we wanted to get it. Sometimes we should have dribbled through it, and sometimes we should have passed through it. We just weren't reading which way to go at the time. They put a lot of pressure, and they were, had 2 girls pushing and shoving on us every time we got trapped. And for the most part, we withstood the pressure and did a great job of getting it down the court.
Well, it's back-to-back wins for you now, and you match your win total from a year ago. Friday nights, boy, it's the competition goes up and up to wrap up the regular season. It's a big league game at Holcomb.
We're going to be ready to play. The girls really want to win this game. They're going to have to play 32 minutes solid like we played the first half against Lakin. So we're going to be ready to go, but, we're going to have to fix a few things before then.
Big win for you guys. Back-to-back wins. It's never easy to get this schedule. And thanks again, Coach, for joining me here post-game. We'll see you later on here this week a couple times.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Amy Felker joining us here. Lady Beavers win it here tonight, 43-31. Another league scores. Last check, Hugoton all over Cimarron tonight, 42-17. We haven't seen a final with Colby and Goodland. Last check, it was 38-24 Goodland after third, and Holcomb was up last check at the break over Ulysses Big, 42-12. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll begin our boys pregame with head coach Brian Gentry. Once again, back in 2 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
The first quarter, because we don't want him to be on the bench for 8-9 minutes. He's definitely stepped up his game, and it's been a much needed boost for our guys offensively. Defensive, we always know what we're going to get from him. But as you said, Lawson played well. We had a lot of guys, 4 and 5 assists. A lot of guys chipped in with rebounds. So Good to see that everybody's kind of getting involved in their, in their own little way. Alex, again, on the stat sheet, you look at points, and there's not a lot of them there for Alex. His motor, his energy is second to none when it comes down to, who's the guy that wants to guard the ball. And, he wants that challenge, and he's very good at it. So we just need to continue to have everybody chip in. And even Dylan Duff, he finally pulled the trigger a couple times, and it paid off. So we need him to continue to do that.
Once again, Coach Brian Gentry here pregame tonight. Scott City facing Lakin. This is an 8-6 Lakin team that comes to town here, and they're not what they have been shooting-wise in years past. A pretty young team, but you take a look at the Bronx. What really stands out with you on them?
Well, I mean, it's one of the typical things where at any moment one of those guys can get hot, and they shoot enough threes. They spread you out. They're going to be 5 out. They like to run a lot of 1-4 sets. So you got to be quick defensively. You got to make sure you're just following your defensive rules so that we don't get stuck helping too much. The Oldham kid is obviously is a ball player. He's an athlete. Really likes to drive it hard right, so we got to pay attention to that. And he's a kid that's definitely capable of knocking down quite a few shots. Last year in the second half, he really went to town on us scoring the ball. So we've got to take him serious. And they've got a number of other kids that can get hot. So we've got to contest shots. All of them are going to shoot it if they're open. Obviously we know they're going to get our they're going to come press us. So got to take care of that, get points on the other side of it. We got to take care of the ball. If we break the press, they'll settle back into a man-to-man and we can run our stuff. But we definitely want to be the aggressor. I think too many times, when you play a team like Lakin, everybody worries about the press. We're going to take care of the press. We've got to execute our press offense. But it's definitely not something that we want to, shy away from or worry about. We know that's what they want to do, but at the same time, we've got to have confidence in what we're doing.
Should be a good one here tonight as Scott City takes on Lakin. Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame, and thanks again for joining me here, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver Coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Huenberta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver Basketball.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
every couple of minutes throughout, try to wear opponents down. Their leading scorer this year is Coulter Oldham. He is a 6'3 sophomore, averages 14.5 points a game, and then they'll go to Adri Gomez Escobar as well. He averages 7 points. This is a team of just one senior, and they go rest pretty much a couple of juniors, and then they go very sophomore heavy after that. And they have a pretty talented sophomore class. MJ Gonzalez, a junior, one of just 2 juniors on the team that averages 7 points a game, but we could be in for a wild one. Lakin a year ago averaged around 70 points a game. They just averaged 50 this year. I say just averaged 50, but they're not afraid to launch the threes. They're a team that's 8-6. They've won 2 in a row. They've done that 3 different times this year, and they have not lost more than twice in a row this year as well. So it's been pretty even Steven across there, pretty balanced. They won over Southwestern Heights and then edged out Cimarron 54-46 at home on Friday night in their homecoming matchup. Their losses this year, Wichita County 54-49 at home. Also lost to a pretty good Sublette team in the High Plains League tournament. Ended up finishing 3rd there. They finished 4th in the Goodland topside tip-off. Really surprised Goodland in the second game of the year, 51-48. And those 2 teams meet next week. They lost to Norton and McCook. They lost to Holcomb by 5 on the 10th of January and in Holcomb. And so it'll be an interesting thing here. Matchup here tonight. Nate Schmidt in his 8th year in Lakin. A second stint. Actually, I think it's his 9th year now in Lakin. His second stint there. But Brian Gentry in the 7th year in Scott City on the other side. The Beavers, they put together probably one of the best 8 minutes of basketball you've seen from them all year. 22-5 after the first quarter, and then you saw breakdown after breakdown on defense, but give Ulysses credit. They hit 7 of 10 threes in the second quarter, pulled to within 1 at the break. And then in the third quarter is pretty even. Ulysses had the lead late in the third, and then Scott City took the lead by 1 going in the fourth and would pull away for the victory, 71-55 in a night where it was 9 threes hit by Scott City. They averaged 52 points a game this year, and 71 was a season high the other night against the Ulysses Tigers to get to 2-1 in the league, 8-8 overall. But this one's big in the sub-state standings coming into tonight. The reason why: Lakin at 8-6 on the year has a 1/2 game lead on Holcomb and Goodland. Scott City is in the number 6 spot, just 1 game back. So this has a lot of implications on the sub-state standings with a couple of weeks to go here. This could be a wild finish here to this. The Beavers do lead the all-time series 36-15. And let's see what transpires here tonight, as we will get to your starting lineups here presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. For the Lakin Bronx, they are coached by Nate Schmidt, assisted by Taylor Lovelady and Bryce Simon. Pablo Areola, he is a 6'1 senior that averages 1.8 points and 2.7 rebounds a game. Also starting tonight for the Lakin Bronx, it'll be, sorry about that. It'll be Tyler Holloway, a 6' sophomore, averages less than 1 point and 1.3 rebounds a game. Also it'll be Coulter Oldham, a 6'3 sophomore. Maddox Beltran, a 6' junior, averages 3.6 points. And also Edric Gomez Escobar, the 6' sophomore, 7.2 points. Coulter Oldham, he averages 14.5 to lead the Lakin Bronx. Once again, Pablo Areola, Tyler Holloway, Adri Gomez Escobar, Maddox Beltran, and Coulter Oldham. For the Scott City Beavers, they will start Dylan Metzger, the 6'1 senior, averages 10 points, 2.4 rebounds a game. Avery Knoll, the 6'3 junior, 6.1 points, 4.7 boards a contest. Alex Tarango, the 5'9 sophomore, at 3.6 points and 1.7 rebounds a game. Jackson Rumford, who had a double-double, 24 and 12 on Friday night against Ulysses. The 6'5 sophomore at 18.3 points and 8.6 rebounds. And Lawson Bailey, the 6'1 senior, 9.8 points and 4.9 rebounds a game. Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford, Lawson Bailey, the starting five. Knoll, of course, coming off that career-high 17 points against Ulysses on Friday night. Beavers coached by Brian Gentry, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kites. On to their keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go the proven winner. When it comes to insurance, they score big with their policy holders. Keys tonight for Scott City, no question about it. You have to be able to handle the pressure, 32 minutes, 94 feet. Lakin loves to pressure, love to trap. You got to find the open man, attack the defense. Second key for Scott City, I think you just have to continue to pound it in, work it in, out. Those are your keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Officials tonight, Nathan Morris, also Jesse Colson, and Greg Walmsley, excuse me. Those are your starters tonight. Scott City wearing the home white uniforms tonight with the lighter blue numbers and letters and darker blue trim. Lakin wears those purple uniforms with the black numbers and the gold trim. Thankfully for the gold trim around the numbers and letters, otherwise you couldn't read. It'd be a hard time reading those numbers. Oldham and Rumford set to tip center. Oldham, a very talented sophomore for Lakin. I'll never forget. Last year it was 11-point Scott City lead at the break. Lakin would end up winning by 19. They went 11 of 15 in that second half on threes. There's something on the floor here to begin here. Maybe some young fan who in the spirit line left their popcorn out there on the floor. Looks like Jesse Colson doing a pretty good job there. He already made the play of the game here before it started here. The save of the game, I guess you could say. And Principal Matt Byer will take it from Colson and throw it away. Now we're ready for basketball here. Good crowd on hand for this Tuesday night game. One more game after tonight in the season at home for Scott City. The Beavers, Lakin will win the tap, as we're underway, as Maddox Beltran stepped in front of Lawson Bailey to pick that up. Scott City will open up man-to-man. Escobar running the point up top to Oldham. Goes left to Escobar. Drives on Rumford, backs away, pivots. Shot blocked by Avery Knoll. That'll stay out of bounds. And it belonged to Lakin, and already a quick sub, 17 seconds in. It'll be Eric Munson, the 6-foot sophomore. He will replace Tyler Holloway. He averages 5.8 points and 2 boards a game. Lakin still with the possession of the ball. Driving in here is going to be Escobar. That's Beltran. He'll be called for a travel. And that'll be turnover number 1 right off the bat. 7:32 to go first quarter. Scott City will have their first crack at it here as Lakin will pressure. You'll see that for 32 minutes. They'll get it into Dylan Metzger. Metzger still with the backcourt now to Alex Tarango. Tarango still with it. They need to get it across to avoid the 10 count. They do. Tarango, nice bullet pass behind the defense. And Dylan Metzger kisses it off the glass. 2-0 Scott City, 40 seconds in. Scott City breaks that full court pressure. Will have a good chance to get some easy baskets in transition. Lakin back down the other way with it up top to Adri Gomez Escobar. Minute in, 2-0 Beaver lead, Bronx ball. And then, they're going to get a whistle and a foul on that. Boy, that was more acting than probably contact. Avery Knoll with the foul hit. It looked like it had a clean block. Official will have a better view in front of it. Says no, and 2 free throws coming up for Gomez Escobar. One key for Knoll, he has to stay out of foul trouble. He's one of the Scott City's top defenders. 2 free throws for Escobar, 51% on the year, and puts Lakin on the board. 7:04 to go first quarter. They were 15 of 30 on Friday night against Cimarron as a team. Lakin just 53% at the line, but they're on the board with the free throw 2-1. 7:04 to go first quarter. Second free throw up, and we are tied. 2-2, and right away full court pressure inbound into Metzger. Metzger with it into Avery Knoll. Knoll will try to break it, high dribble. He'll take it across the 10-second line, breaks it and loses it, and flop attempt that time. It picked up and are going to get a whistle and a tie-up. It'll be Scott City's ball, so they do avoid the turnover there with 6:52 to go first quarter. It's one thing Lakin will do, and sometimes the officials will buy it. They'll sell charges, try to sell charges, and into Lawson Bailey. Pump fakes, hangs, goes up, misses it. Rebound knocked around, and it's into the hand. Still loose, and saved Lawson Bailey with it somehow. Now it's loose up top, picks it up, now finds Knoll cutting his Tarango. Layup right side, no. Lawson tip up, yes. He has his first basket, 4-2, 6:33 to go first quarter. Scott City saving the possession there. And ball deflected, and Knoll has the steal. Will save it into Alex Tarango. Bullet pass underneath the Metzger. Hangs. Bank shot, no. A good defense by Oldham, and the rebound to Maddox Beltran. So 2 Lakin turnovers here in the early going, or correction, 1 turnover here in the early going. 6:12 to go first quarter. 4-2 your score. Oldham underneath. Catches a pump fakes. Goes up over Rumford, and the rebound to Jackson Rumford for Scott City. 4-2 Beaver lead. We're 2 minutes in. Here's Tarango into the front court. Gets it poked away from behind, but they're going to get a reach-in foul instead. And that'll be team foul number 1 on Lakin. The foul will be charged to Pablo Areola, his first. 5:57 to go first quarter. 4-2 Scott City lead. Will inbound it in. Tarango to do so to Dylan Metzger. Bailey right side to Jackson Rumford. Nice cut. Tarango cut up. Fade away. Right baseline. Leaves it short. And the rebound. A lot of Lakin Bronx in there into the hands there of Beltran. Already has 2 boards. Had to save it into play. Up top now goes to Areola. 5:35. He's the lone senior on this Lakin team. Scott City only has 2 seniors. So this is these 2 teams will see a lot of each other here in the next couple of years. Nice up and under move, and leaving the shot too strong was Oldham, and the rebound into the hands of Alex Tarango. In transition, here's Knoll layup. Yes. Assist Jackson Rumford, 6-2, 5:19 to go first quarter. And the Beavers up by 4, and almost a steal. And it is! Alex, oh, he lost it. There he was thinking of going up for the layup instead of securing the ball. And we'll have a timeout on the floor by Lakin. It's a full. We'll take it as well. 5:13 to go first quarter. 6-2 Scott City. We'll take this 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
Chambliss Roofing has you covered since 1993. They are prepared for any job like maintenance and repair, an upgrade, or a new install. They provide the best customer service for residential and commercial roofing. Looking to upgrade to a metal roof? They can do that as well. If you have any existing damage or are looking for a roof that will last for years to come, don't wait to get a free consultation. Visit their website, chamblissroofing.com, by scanning the QR code on screen now.
Mix 94.5 KSKL Scott City, powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Off the inbounds, half court, here's a steal, and then Metzger hits the deck. Lakin with their second turnover, 4:59 to go first quarter. 6-2 your score. Metzger down the corner. Here's a kickoff right corner. 3, no. Rebound, Dylan Duff at the foul line. Out to Lawson Bailey. He'll launch a deep 3. No, that rebound tracked down in the corner by Maddox Beltran, who already has 3 boards here in this first quarter. Scott City with a 6-2 lead. Had a couple looks that time. 4:37 to go here in the first quarter. With it left side is Coulter Oldham, who stays in there up top to Maddox Beltran. Duff mentioned in there out of the timeout. Also in for the first time is Drew Patterson, a 5'7 sophomore. 4:19 to work first quarter. 6-2 Scott City lead. Lakin with the ball. Also in there, Austin Emma, 6'5 sophomore. With it is Beltran. Here's a right side 3. Oh, gets stuck between the backboard and the rim. And it'll stay with Lakin. They go to the possession arrow. It was thrown up by Patterson. Lakin with 5 in. Pablo Areola. Also in there is Maddox Beltran. Eric Munson. Also, let's see here. Tyler Holloway back in there as well for Lakin. 4:06 here in the first quarter. Inbound up top, almost stolen away, and there's a foul by Dylan Metzger as he collided with Areola out high. Scott City's second foul in the first on Metzger. Alex Tarango back in. He'll replace Avery Knoll with 4:05 to go first quarter. 6-2 for Scott City. Lakin 0 of 4 from the floor here early on. Both their points coming at the foul line. They'll lob it into the backcourt to Edric Gomez Escobar. He's the other one that checked in for the Bronx. as they move from right to left here in quarter number 1 and half number 1. With it is Holloway up top, goes right side with the pass. Now Munson cut off by Lawson Bailey. He'll drive in on Bailey. Up and under move, throws a rainbow shot up short, but ball deflected, and Duff already with the second board. Now lets it right to Metzger. Scott City in transition. Rumford, nice pass, and hanging and then fouled is going to be Tarango going up. He'll get 2 free throws with 3:41 to go in the opening quarter. Scott City with a 6-2 lead. The foul will be, I believe, on Beltran. Nope, correction. That's on MJ Gonzalez, who's also in there. They're going to say that's a foul on the floor. I thought that was a shooting foul, but officials say no. Lob it up top to Rumford. Now right corner to Bailey. Entry feed into Rumford, who's yet to attempt a shot. Now right side to Duff. Want to go give and go into Rumford, who's double teamed. He's harassed. Up top, Tarango will try a straightaway triple. Yes! Tarango with 5. His 4th triple makes it a 9-2 Beaver lead with 3:24 to go first quarter. Good job of Scott City working it in on that possession. And Scott City was a little token pressure in the backcourt, almost forced the turnover. 3:14 to work first quarter. Lob across to Munson. Flanked that time by Tarango. They'll throw it up top here to Edric Gomez Escobar. Escobar with the dribble guarded by Duff. Will go right side on him. Stripped out of there by Lawson Bailey. Lakin's 3rd turnover, and then Lakin tries to steal it back. It'll still stay Scott City ball. 2:59 to go first quarter. 9-2 Scott City lead. They are on a 7-0 run after Lakin had tied it up, and Bailey will inbound it into the corner in the backcourt. And get it into Jackson Rumford. Down the floor, pass thrown away. Scott City's first turnover of the night. Had a good idea, but that time can't do that on Lakin. They fly around the basketball pretty quick. Escobar with it up top. Almost reaching foul Tarango. That would have been his first. Stepping back, here's Munson. Up top, Areola, right side, now an overplay. Driving in, hanging, shooting, no. And a late whistle and a foul, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up here for MJ Gonzalez, who's 60% at the line. They're going to get the foul. Lawson Bailey is first. Team's 3rd. Lakin with 2 fouls called on them in the half with 2:39 to go first quarter. MJ Gonzalez, who had 16 against Cimarron on Friday night. Oldham and Gonzalez combined for 40 of their 54 points. The free throw is good. Lakin 3 of 3 at the line, and they end the 7-0 Scott City run with 2:39 to go. First quarter at 9-3. Second free throw is good. Lakin all 4 of the points from the line, and they're bucking that 53% free throw trend, hitting first 4. They're 4 of 4 at the line, 9-4. Tarango pushes the cross with 2.5 to go first quarter. Weaves through another double team. Rumford up top to Dylan Metzger. Metzger holds it, guarded by Tyler Holloway up top. Goes left of the pass to Alex Tarango. Tarango holds it, high-low into Rumford. Catches it, puts it up, and it'll eventually crawl in for his first basket. 11-4, 2:18 to go first quarter. Baseball pass down the floor. Layup misses that time for Gonzalez, and Rumford collects the rebound and now finds Duff in the front court, left side, Tarango, a left wing 3. Too strong that time, and rebound backside to Munson for Lakin. 11-4 Scott City, final 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Pass in the front court to Tyler Holloway. He'll go up top to Areola. Left side he goes to Edric Gomez Escobar. Off a screen up top. Here's Areola stripped out of there. Correction, that was Munson. Picked back up, though, by Tyler Holloway, his dad's J.C. Holloway. Minute 40 to go first quarter. He loses it off his knee in his turnover. 3 on no numbers. Metzger all the way. Oh, he left it short, and the rebound to Lakin. Ball swatted after Areola grabbed the board, but he picks it back up. And now down the floor, here's Eric Munson trying to get around Duff. Good defense. Spin move, hanging, shooting. Missing him, but the follow is good by MJ Gonzalez, and Lakin with the first field goal. 11-6, 1:15 to go first quarter. Bailey back the other way. He'll stop, pop, bank, right side. No, the rebound tip last touch by Scott City. It'll be Lakin ball. Avery Knoll and Coy Vance back in for Scott City. Vance in for the first time, Lakin with Ross Ryder in for the first time. He's a 6'2 sophomore. They've put all 10 players in here in this first quarter. Coulter Oldham with it. And now it's bounce pass in the front court. Back to Oldham left side. He'll stop and now drive in on Rumford. Almost 55 seconds to work first quarter. 11-6 is your score. Back up top to Oldham, looking to drive in. He will. Pump fakes, hangs, shoots, got it. His first basket, Lakin with 4 in a row. They're back to within 3 with 40 seconds to go first quarter, 11-8. Scott City's got to start hitting those bunnies underneath. Here's Bailey. He'll take it into the front court. Now underneath the Knoll. Nice touch pass, layup. Yes, there's Coy Vance. Assist Knoll, 13-8, 28 seconds to go first quarter. And the Beavers in that little 4-0 Lakin run. They've hit back-to-back field goals. They went 6 minutes, 44 seconds without a field goal, and they'll go for the final shot. Scott City with a 13-8 lead, 13 seconds to work first quarter. Vance will guard Oldham, go right with the pass to Maddox Beltran. Up top, it'll go to Rich Semin now to Oldham with 5 seconds. Looking to drive in on Knoll. Pivots, fade away. Oh, they're going to call a foul on that with 0.8 of a second. My goodness. Knoll's second foul. I don't know if I agree with that one, but the official had the better view. And Knoll now with 2 fouls and team's fourth. Lakin's been charged with 2. And Oldham to the line where he's 55% on the year, but Lakin is 4 of 4. And now 5 of 5, 13-9 with 0.8 of a second to go first quarter. Wow. So Oldham with the 3 in a row for Lakin. He has the last 3, I should say, for Lakin. And he can make this a 3-point game, and he does. 13-10, and that's going to be your score after the first quarter. A baseball pass it down to Rumford. He'll quick shoot it up. He had the shot. No, that almost would have counted if it would have went in. 13-10, Scott City leads it after 1. We'll come back in a minute for the second quarter of play. This is Beaver basketball.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Scott City was 6 of 15 from the floor, Lakin just 2 of 8, but they were 6 of 6 from the line. That's what's keeping them in the game. 13-10, Scott City leads after 1. Alex Trangle leading Scott City with 5. Coulter Oldham and MJ Gonzalez each with 4 for Lakin. That's 8 of their 10 points. Scott City has yet to attempt a free throw, and fouls have been 4-2. Scott City with 4, Lakin with 2. Second quarter underway. Bailey with it, gets a screen, goes right. Now goes left corner to Alex Tranger, left side. He'll try to bounce pass it in the second Scott City turnover. You have to have quick, crisp passes. Lakin rotates well, and then a follow-up by Oldham off the miss, and it's a 8-2 run for Lakin. They're back to within 1, and Scott City just gets it in. 7:35 to go first half, and Lakin will knock the ball out of bounds. But both teams now with 5 rebounds apiece in the first half. Oldham with the last 6 for the Bronx. He had 24 against Cimarron on Friday night. And Scott City had a 7-point lead at 9-2. It's been an 10-4 run since then. Run for nice cut. Here's Lawson Bailey. He'll lay it up. He has 4. 15-12, 7:28 to go first half. One thing is you can't let Lakin speed you up, and Lakin's going to hustle to every loose ball, and you have to make hard, crisp passes against Lakin. They'll fly to the ball, floating up and rimming out, but the follow-up no by Setma, and the rebound into the hands of Scott City down the floor to Jackson Rumford. Uses up a dribble, 7:05 to go first half. Beavers up by 3 with the ball. Vance left corner to Alex Tarango. Back up top to Vance, 6:50 to work first half. Scott City up by 3, 15-12. Metzger with it up top to Lawson Bailey. Trying to go high-low to Rumford, but can't. Right side to Vance. Now they get Rumford to the right block. Quickly double-team Knights. Cut Vance. Split the defenders and get the scoop shot. Can't get it to go. Last touch they'll say by Lakin. It'll be Scott City's ball as Duff will return to lineup. He'll replace Coy Vance. 6:35 to go first half. Scott City up by 3 with the ball. 15-12 Rumford up top to Duff. Finds Bailey. Ball deflected and a turnover. Scott City with 2 turnovers and 3 possessions. Here's Oldham going the other way. It'll be shot and he'll get 2 free throws. Dylan Duff with the foul, his first, team's 5th. Lakin has only been whistled for 2 here. Is Oldham to the line where he's drilled a couple of free throws. Lakin, they say they're a 53% free throw shooting team, but they're a perfect 6 for 6 in the half. And make it 6 of 7, and Oldham missed that one. He's had the last 6 points for Lakin. There's a lot of Leota ties for Oldham. Second free throw coming up. Good. He hits 1 out of 2. He has 7 in a row. 15-13, 6:26 to go first half, and ball is going to be deflected out of bounds, and Coach Nate Schmidt will send a whole line change to the scorers table. Tyler Holloway, Eric Munson, Drew Patterson, Pablo Areola, and try to get the 5th one. That's Edry Gomez Escobar. They get it into Lawson Bailey. Bailey's going to try to take it in the front corner. He does. He'll throw it right corner to Dylan Metzger. Metzger pivots in the right corner. 2-point Scott City lead with the ball. High-low into Rumford. Catches it. Oh, throws it up and misses it badly. And the rebound underneath goes to Lakin in the hands of Beltran. In transition, here's Lakin looking to tie it or take the lead. Correction, that was Gonzalez with the board. Now driving in, stripped out of there by Rumford. Still loose on the floor, and it's Metzger. He tips it ahead. Here is Alex Tarango hanging, shooting. No. Scott City's missed way too many shots. Oh, they're going to say last touch by Lakin, and it'll be Scott City's ball. But Scott City has missed way too many layups in this first half. They have missed at least 4 layups, and that's 8 points off the board. That could be right now difference in this ball game. 5:48 to go first half. 15-13. Lakin with the ball. Scott City with the 2-point lead. They force Lakin into 5 turnovers. Fade away. Good. MJ Gonzalez with 6, and we're tied for the second time at 15 apiece. 5.5 to go first half. Metzger will take in the front court. You got to call that a reach-in foul. Rumford, he'll drive in. Kick it left to Metzger. Open for 3. No good, but underneath, rebound in the hands of Metzger. That was picked up by Tarango. Ball deflected out high, Metzger with it. Now to Lawson Bailey. He'll drive in. Split the defenders. Lay it up, leaves it short. Rumford for the follow, yes. And it's 17-15. Scott City with the lead back. And a 30-second timeout, and a good timeout for Coach Brian Gentry. Scott City back up by 2 with 5:07 to go first half. Basketball here brought to you by Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, McCarty Family Farms, Metzger's Appraisals, Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Western Bearing, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, New Life Market, Plain Gents, Platinum H Insurance, Pokey Feeders, Precision Ag and Seed, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, R&R Pallet, Richards Financial Services, Road and Beaten Green Agency, Scott City Ice Center, Scott City Pharmacy, Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Record, and Scott Pro. But, man, Scott City only up by 2. Feel like they should be up by maybe 12 or more. They have just missed way too many shots from right underneath the basket. Lakin has, though, too, but, man, it's going to be a different game here. Instead, it's a 2-point game right now, 17-15 as we approach 5 minutes to go first half. Lakin has not led in this one. The fouls are 5 for Scott City, 2 for Lakin. Right block, pump fake, blocked by Rumford on a layup attempt that time. And here's Duff. He already has 3 boards in this half. He takes the front court of the pass to Lawson Bailey. Now Camden Volgamore in for the first time, back up top to Bailey. Left corner to Volgamore, back up top to Bailey. Right side to Duff, up top it goes. Scott City with it, up by 2. 4.5 to go first half. Left side to Lawson Bailey. He'll stop and pop the 3. No. Rebound loose and picked up by Lakin. Into the hands of MJ Gonzalez. I still have a hard time with those numbers, even though you can somewhat see them. Escobar now up top. Munson, bounce pass in, backing his way in on Volgamore, going left shot up. No. Rebound. Last touch by Lakin, they'll say, and it'll be Scott City ball that was put up by Gonzalez. Good defense by Volgamore at the block. I thought that might have been off of Rumford, but the official says no. 4:08 to go first half, and Scott City up by 2 with the ball back at 17-15 into Dylan Metzger. Metzger still in the backcourt. He'll shake the defender off. Oh, trying to get it to Volgamore. Pass is too high. And exactly 4 minutes. Scott City with their 4th turnovers. Lakin brings in a few subs in. That'll be Drew Patterson in. Also in is Coulter Oldham and Ross Ryder. Scott City will bring Coy Vance back in. He replaced Dylan Duff. 4 minutes exactly to go, second quarter, 17-15, a 2-point lead for Scott City. They've led by as many as 7, but missed shots from underneath the basket has allowed Lakin to get back into this game and have tied it twice in this half. Oldham with it, he'll drive in, pump fakes, hangs, shoots, and we're tied again. Oldham with 9, 17-17, 3:43 to go first half. Inbound into Dylan Metzger. Metzger with 3 on 2 numbers, right side. Rumford pump fakes on the 3. Skips it over left side to Lawson Bailey. Bailey will drive in. Back up top to Rumford. Pump fakes on the 3. Now he'll take the 3. He'll bury the 3. Rumford with 5, his 16th triple, 20-17, 3:24 to go first half. Scott City's second 3 of the night. Now down the floor in transition. Shot up good. That's MJ Gonzalez with his 8th point, 20-19, 3:14 to go first half. And now with it is Camden Volgamore. He gets it poked away and a turnover. Scott City with their 4th turnover, layup, no. Rebound in the hands of Volgamore and a foul on Lakin. That time Lakin missed the bunny underneath. So both teams have really missed their share of layups in this first half. It's on MJ Gonzalez. That is his second, 3rd team foul. Scott City brings in Alex Tarango. Lakin will bring in Austin Sema, the 6'5 sophomore. He'll replace MJ Gonzalez, who will sit down with 8 points and 2 fouls. 3:03 to go first half. 1 point Scott City lead with the ball and a whistle and a pretty quick touch foul on Ryder. So now the foul's starting to even up a bit. Ryder's first, team's 4th. Exactly 3 minutes to go first half. 20-19, Scott City hanging on to a 1 point lead. Metzger with it in the backcourt, looking to take it across, but he's trapped. Now he'll find Jackson Rumford. Rumford finds Lawson Bailey. He'll drive in, hang, shoot, and that's going to be a charge taken all the way. That time, a great job of leaning back. Drew Patterson will take the charge, but you got to give him credit. He was leaning back before there was really any contact by Bailey, and now Bailey with 2 fouls. Fouls becoming an issue for Scott City as Avery Knoll will check in to replace Lawson Bailey. And with 2:49 to go first half, Lakin looking for their first lead of the night. It's 20-19 Scott City. Give credit to Lakin. They have forced turnovers here in the second quarter, 5 by Scott City. They have 6 for the half. Beavers in a man-to-man defense. Right side with a pass to Patterson up top. It'll go to Sema, now to Oldham. He'll go up top, drive it right side. Here's a 3 on the way. Too strong. Rebound Metzger for Scott City. That time over a Lakin Bronk Metzger to push it across. He'll stop. Now to Rumford, just outside the foul line. Left corner to Brooks Bailey, who's in for the first time. And now with it up top is Metzger. Flips it to Rumford with 2:15 to go first half. And it goes to Rumford, catches it, goes up, and banks it home. He has 7. 22-19, good ball movement, 2:06 to go first half. Scott City lead back up to 3. Lob into the front court, left to Ryder. Here's Oldham with it, 2 minutes to go first half. Right side, Edric Gomez-Escobar off a screen. Here's a straightaway triple. It's too strong, and the rebound to Dylan Metzger, his second board for Scott City. 22-19, Scott City leading the ball here. Minute 45 to go first half. They find Alex Trango wide open. He'll flip it right side to Bailey. That's Brooks Bailey, no. Trango follow, yes. He's got 7. 24-19, Scott City back up by 5. 95 seconds to go first half. Good follow-up by Trango. He's put together a good first half. Coy Vance to check in next dead ball. In the minute 25, Scott City's lead is up to 5. They have scored 7 of the last 9 points in the ballgame. Oldham will drive in, and that's time blocked by Avery Knoll. He was very close to picking up a 3rd foul, and last touch by Scott City's Vance will check in for Knoll. As Coach Brian Gentry bring him out with 2 fouls. Scott City back up 5 with a minute 16 to go first half, 24-19. It's been a physical game here, and quite a game. Lob out high, and it'll be tracked down by Oldham. And Metzger wanted to guard him quickly, but didn't want to get a second foul. Now Oldham will drive in. Nice backdoor cut, and lob thrown away, but picked up by Lakin. They'll save the possession. Minute 5 here in the first half. I don't know how they saved that possession. 24-19, Scott City with the lead. Lakin with the ball. Oldham trying to drive in on Vance. Goes right side. Here's a catch and shoot three. Almost banked in. Tipped in. Brooks Bailey with the rebound for Scott City and a whistle and a travel. Unforced error that time. Scott City's 7th turnover of the half. As Eric Munson checks in for Ross Ryder. 52.6 to go first half. Lakin's ball will throw it to the backcourt to Adrian Gomez-Escobar. 24-19, Scott City up by 5. Bounce pass goes to Coulter Oldham, and he travels or carries the ball. He's been very close a couple of times there. This time the official calls him on it, and that'll be turnover number 6 on Lakin. The Beavers with the ball up 5. They've led by as many as 7. They've been tied 3 times, these teams have. Rumford with it. Looks down court now. He'll take it all the way. Nice spin move. Layup. No. Rebound. Vance crashes the board. He'll put it up. No. Rebound. Tipped around. Bounce it around, and Oldham finally has it for Lakin. 28 seconds to go first half, and a whistle and a foul on Metzger. That's going to be his 2nd and the team's 7th, and a 1-1 for Oldham. So Metzger with 2, Knoll with 2, Bailey with 2. And 26 seconds to go first half, a 1-1 for Oldham. Lakin is 7 of 8 at the line. Scott City is yet to attempt a free throw in this half as Dylan Duff will replace Dylan Metzger. 24-19, Scott City lead at 5. 26 seconds to go first half. Oldham, who has 9 first half points for the Bronx. He is get that one to go as it rims around twice and drops home. He is now 4 of 5 at the line and has 10. 24-20. 26 seconds to go first half. Breaks about a 3-minute scoring drought for the Bronx. Oldham's 2nd, the sophomore, too strong, but Lakin, or let's see who will end up with the rebound. It'll be a quick tie-up. It'll still stay Lakin's ball here with 22.8 to go first half on the tie-up. .8 to go second quarter. Lakin with the ball down 4. Inbound underneath, shot up, no, and a foul on Vance, and 2 free throws coming up. Lakin will have free throw attempts 9 and 10 in the first half. They get Coy Vance with his first. 8th team foul. Lakin has only been whistled for 4. Rusema, 55% free throw shooter, averages 4 points. He's a 6'5 sophomore and knocks the free throw down 24-21 with 20.9 to go first half. Lakin will bring in Pablo Areola, also Tyler Holloway, and Ross Ryder. Second free throw coming here with 20.9, and that one's going to be short. Rebound, Alex Tarango for Scott City. Already has 3 boards this half. He still has in the backcourt, trying to clear everybody off. 15, now 14. Now uses up the dribble, needs help, finds Duff. 10 seconds. Scott City needs to push it across, and Brian Gentry calls a timeout to bail out Scott City of a 10-second violation with 9.5 seconds to go first half. We'll keep it right here. As it is 24-21, Scott City with the lead. Basketball presented here by Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, Original Grande, Tri-Pac North America, True North Cafe, Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, Western Kansas Insurance, Western State Bank, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Liner, and Winterland Farms. Scott City trying to hang on to lead here at the break. They have a 3-point lead right now at 24-21. 9.5 seconds to go first half. They almost had that 5-point lead and almost made it up to 7. Missed a couple of shots from underneath. Inbound in. They'll get it to Alex Tarango. He'll race it right side. He's going to take it all the way. Pump fakes. Lets the defender go by, and he draws the foul with 5.8 seconds to go first half. They'll get Austin Rusema with the foul, his first, and Lakin's 15th foul of the half. Tarango, who has the team high with Rumford with 7 first half points to the line. He's 60% at the line this year. This is Scott City's first trip to the line this ball game with 5.8 seconds to go first half. First free throw for Tarango, he left it short. As a team, Scott City has improved. They're at 60% as a team. And all the subs will check in here. Sage Steckline in for the first time. Lakin brings in 3. They'll bring in Drew Patterson, also Adrian Gomez-Escobar, and Eric Munson, I believe. Nope. I think that's him. Second free throw. He gets 1 out of 2. He has 8. 25-21, 5.8 to go first half. Oldham with it, guarded by Rumford. With 2 seconds, he'll blow by, and Pumpfang hangs, shoots, and gets it to crawl in as the first half comes to an end. 25-23, Scott City lead is at 2 at the break over the Lakin Bronx. We'll take a 3-minute timeout and come back with first half stats. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
NAU Country Insurance Company and this business are equal opportunity providers.
It's the President's Day sales event right now at Lot Motors in Dodge City. Now's the perfect time to order your new 2023 Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. Jeff, David, and Jesus are ready to help you pick out and order the vehicle for you and your family. Stop in this month and take advantage of up to $1,500 in rebates on select models of Chrysler.
Had 6 turnovers and 4 steals and 9 total rebounds, 7 defensive and 2 on the offensive side for the Scott City Beavers. They were led by Alex Charanga with 8. He's coming in averaging 3.6 a game, and he has, I believe that's going to be around a career high 8 for him. 7 for Jackson Rumford. Lawson Bailey with 4. Coy Vance with a basket. Dylan Metzger with a basket as well in the first half. And that's 25 points there for Scott City. So good first half there for the Beavers. Yeah, I'm missing a couple there along the way. But anyways, you get the idea. Scott City with the lead here at the break, 25-23. First half stats for Scott City. They had 8 fouls, 7 turnovers, and 4 steals, 10 defensive rebounds, 5 offensive boards for a total of 15 rebounds. Let's take a 3-minute break. Come back with some more first half stats. Scott City up by 2 at intermission, 25-23. Back after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver Basketball.
You are in the market for a new or used vehicle? Check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless, we are Kansas.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We are more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
On threes, and from the 2-point range, 7 of 17. But really what kept them in the game, not only were Scott City's turnovers in the second quarter and also their foul trouble, but free throws. Lakin was 9 of 12 at the line in the first half. For Scott City, they were 11 of 27 from the floor for 41%. They were 9 of 20 on 2-point baskets, and you have to take into consideration how many of those they missed right around the rim from point blank. This could be a different ball game. But you got to move ahead past that. They were 1 of 2 at the foul line were the Beavers. Scott City with a lot of foul trouble. Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, and Lawson Bailey with 2. For Lakin, they just had MJ Gonzalez with 2 fouls. Scott City will be at Holcomb on Friday night. Colby on senior night next Tuesday night. And then next Friday, or the following Tuesday on the 21st, there's no game on the 17th for Scott City. The 21st, they'll be at Goodland to wrap up the regular season. Lakin has 5 more games after tonight. They have Elkhart at home on Friday. Then they go to Goodland on Tuesday, have Sublette and Deerfield on Thursday and Friday next week, and then go to Wichita County to wrap up the regular season. It'll be Scott City's basketball to begin this third quarter. The Beavers trying to snap a losing streak here to the Lakin Bronx, who have won the last 4 in this series. Also, Scott City's trying to also snap a 3-game losing streak here in this, or have lost the last 3 against Lakin here. It'll be Lawson Bailey, Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, Dylan Metzger, and also Jackson Rumford to begin for Scott City here in this second half. For Lakin, it'll be Adric Gomez-Escabel. Also Pablo Areola. Here's Jackson Rumford driving in spin move. Now needs help, and he's going to be held. Coach Nate Schmidt wanted to travel, but they did not get her. And it'll be a foul on Eric Munson, who starts his second half. That'll be his first. Also out there is Maddox Beltran. 7:50 to go, third quarter. Inbound into now to Bailey from Metzger, up top to Jackson Rumford. Lakin playing that man-to-man defense, flipping behind. Here's Avery Knoll. Right corner to Lawson Bailey. Fires a 3. And it bounces off. Rebound. That's last touch by, oh, man. Those 50-50 balls, they've been consistent, but they've been tough ones. That will belong to Lakin. Down by 2, their first possession of this third quarter. 25-23, right side, Areola with it up top to Oldham. He'll drive in. Pump fakes, hangs, shoots, and we're tied. Oldham with 14 of their 25 points. 7:22 to go, third quarter. Lakin with some pressure in the backcourt. Here's Alex Tarango to bring it across the 10-second line. Now he needs help, finds Dylan Metzger up high. Good job of going to the ball there. You have to against Lakin. They will force a lot of turnovers. Up top is Jackson Rumford. And now hands it off to Lawson Bailey, looking to drive in on Oldham. Kicks it to Metzger. Right wing 3 is on the way. That's short. Long rebound to Avery Knoll out high. His first board of the night. Rumford with it. Now to Alex Tarango in the right corner. Turns down the 3. He'll drive in. Pump fakes. Bank shot. No, he got it. A rebound, Rumford. Now no look pass to Metzger for a 3. Bang! Metzger with his 28-3, 28-25, 6:42 to go, third quarter. Scott City with second and third chance opportunities there. And Metzger knocks one down there. His first 3 of the night. He has 5, averaging just under, right at 10 a game. 3-point lead, ball deflected by Jackson Rumford out of bounds. It'll still stay Lakin ball with 6:26 here in the third. Lob will be almost a push that time by Tarango as well. 6:20 to go, third quarter. Beavers with the lead, Lakin with the ball. Off a screen up top, here's Munson. They'll go left side to Oldham, turns down the 3. Scott City's hit 3 threes tonight. Lakin has not. Here's Oldham, drives in, right side. Here's a 3 for the tie. Good. Maddox Beltran, his first 3 of the night, and our 5th tie. 28 all, 6:01 to go, third quarter. And Lakin hits their first 3. Metzger still within the backcourt, needs to dish it off, does so to Alex Tarango, who takes in the front court. Tarango will weave his way through, bounce pass to Knoll, he'll bank it up. No, a lot of contact, and Lakin with the rebound. Man, that was a lot of contact, and Lakin with a chance to take their first lead of the night. 5:42 to go, third quarter. Up top with it is Oldham. 28 all. Here's Gomez-Escobar with it. He'll drive in. Now they'll draw a foul on that. You've got to be kidding me. That time Escobar was bailed out, stumbling. It's a foul on the floor. That's on Lawson Bailey, his third here with 5:32 to go, third quarter. Both teams with a foul apiece here in this third quarter. Tough break there for the Beavers that time. 28 all. Lakin looking for their first lead of the night. They'll try to inbound it in. They do so to Oldham. He has 14 of their 28 points. With it is Maddox Beltran, who averages 3 points a game. Now they give it over. Here's Munson trying to drive in. Beltran for a 3 for the lead. Too strong. Rebound, Lawson Bailey. Bailey staying out there with his 3 fouls. He'll bring it into the front court. Nice dish to Rumford. Goes up and he's fouled. He'll get 2 free throws in transition. And second team foul in the Bronx this half as Coach Nate Schmidt sends 3 to check in. Pablo Areola his second. Rumford looking for double digits. Scoring. He has 9 points. His first trip to line. He's 77% on the year. Scott said he just 1 of 2 at the line. And make it 2 of 3, and they break the 28-all tie. Austin Ritsema also in there is Ross Ryder and Drew Patterson in for Lakin. 5:11 to go third quarter. Rumford with 10 and make it 11, 30-28. This one's going to go down to the end. You know it's going to be that way. 5:08 to go third quarter. A little pressure in the backcourt, but Lakin will break it. They get Oldham with it in the front court. He'll drive in all the way. Hangs, layup, good. What a move. He has 16. We're tied again, 30-all. 4:58 to go third quarter. Our 6th tie of the night into from Metzger. Here's Alex Tarango. No look pass. He'll take it all the way. Draw the block. Oh, no, that's going to be a foul on the floor. Team foul number 3. So close there to an and one. Team foul number 3 on Lakin this half. That's on Patterson, his first. 3rd team foul. Sure, they'll be fine. Inbound in here. And now a good position underneath. Rumford will kiss it off the glass. He has Baker's dozen, 32-30, 4:41 to go third quarter. Scott City back up by a couple. A little pressure in the backcourt by the Beavers. Lakin to break it with Coulter Oldham. He'll take it into the front court. No, or fake the pass, go up. No, but the follow-up, yes, it'll crawl in. 32-all with 4:25 to go third quarter. Austin Semoff to put back his first basket. He has 3. Lakin ties it up. That's the 7th tie of the night. 4:15 to work third quarter. Now Tarango in the backcourt. Now loses it, and they're going to be bailed out by a push. I tell you, the Lakin bench has to be careful there. Maddox Beltran with his first foul. Team's 4th already. Lakin only had 5 fouls the entire first half. Scott said he's only been whistled for 1. 4:10 to go third quarter. And inbound in goes to Alex Tarango as we're near the midway point of the third quarter. Lakin thought that Tarango was bailed out by that loose ball there. And now here's nice job knifing the basket. Follow-up, yes, for Rumford off the miss by Knoll. Rumford with 15, 34-32, 3:52 to go third quarter, and Scott City back up by 2. Here's Lakin in transition. Here's Sema, layup, and that's going to be a charge taken by Rumford. That one worked in the first half for Lakin. This time it works for Scott City in the second half. Rumford maybe leaning a little bit back, but he sold the charge, or flop attempt, I should say. And Ritsema with his second foul, the team's 5th. I shouldn't say sold the charge or flop, but he was leaning back a little bit when Ritsema was driving in. Well, that's what I was trying to say. In is going to be Adric Gomez-Escobar, whole line change. Eric Mudson, Tyler Holloway, MJ Gonzalez, and Pablo Areola. 34-32, Scott City lead is at 2 with the ball. 3:43 to work third quarter. Inbound in near half court to Jackson Rumford. He sees it. He'll drive left side. He'll pull up mid-post, flip it behind him, but quickly stolen away. And Lakin with the 8th turnover forced on Scott City. The Beavers unable to cash in off a turnover. Holloway with it with 3.5 to go third quarter. Up top with it is Areola. He'll drive in right side. Here's Escobar. He'll knife his way in, misses a jumper. Rebound in the paint. Lakin with another crack at it. Tipped out high to Munson. 3:17 to go. Backdoor cut stolen away by Alex Tarango. Turnover number 8 on Lakin. Down the floor to Lawson Bailey. He'll take it all the way. Bounce pass right corner to Dylan Metzger. Fakes a 3, and then he gets it stolen away, weaving through traffic. And then a travel caught on Lakin. And Lakin does not like the call. Dylan Duff in. He will replace Alex Tarango with 3:04 to go third quarter. 34-32, Scott City lead at 2 with the basketball. Trying to get a 4-point lead here. Inbound in. Now they get it to Rumford. Nice touch pass. Here's a 3. No for Avery Knoll, who's still scoreless tonight. And the rebound to Lakin's Areola. 34-32, 2:55 to work third quarter. Left side, Tyler Holloway with it. Lakin up top to Areola, goes right with the pass to Escobar. Escobar lobs it in right side, block to Gonzalez. Going in, fade away for the tie, good. Man, Scott City cannot separate themselves from Lakin. We're tied for the 8th time at 34, 2:38 to go third quarter. Knoll, right side, up top to Duff, left side to Metzger. Turns down the three, looking to drive in, almost pushed off. Bailey open for a left corner three. Oh, that was halfway in and out, and Lakin with the rebound. Scott City struggling shooting here in this third quarter. Lakin with a chance to take their first lead, and they will. Layup good for Escobar. It's 36-34 with 2:15 to go third quarter, and Lakin with their first lead of the night. Duff with it now to Metzger. Scott City needs to get it across to avoid a 10 count, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Metzger, and that is his third. And right now, Lakin is speeding Scott City up here as Camden Vogelmore will check in here with 2:06 to go third quarter. And right now, things starting to sway Lakin's way. They're up by 2 late third quarter with 2:06 to go. And a tough offensive foul called on Metzger, who exits with 3 fouls. Lawson Bailey out there with 3 fouls. 36-34 Lakin, 2 minutes to go third quarter. Holloway almost walked with it up top now to Areola. Here's Escobar with it. Left side to Areola. Minute 50 to go third quarter. Weaving his way through traffic, driving in, hanging, shooting, and bank shot no. Tipped out, and it's still loose up in the air. And Lakin is going to save it into play to Lawson Bailey out of all that. Bailey with the ball for Scott City, down 2 of the Beavers. Double team and almost thrown away. Now Avery Knoll with it. Bounce pass. Here's Vogelmore. Pump fake shot. Blocked hard from behind, and the rebound to Lakin. And now they almost lose it. They have numbers. Minute 25 to go third quarter. Lob intercepted by Camden Vogelmore. This is a wild, wild game. Scott City down by 2 of the ball. Minute 13 and a timeout for Coach Brian Gentry to slow the troops down. It's a full 1:12 to go third quarter. 36-34 Lakin. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Scott City's ball out of their timeout. Down by 2, late third, 36-34. The Beavers haven't scored in 2 minutes as Noldet triggered in, does so to Jackson Rumford. Holds it, minute 10 to go third quarter, looking to drive in, but ball knocked out that time by MJ Gonzalez. And Lakin will bring in a whole new 5 in. Coulter Oldham to lead the charge. Also back in, Maddox Beltran, also Austin Sema, Ross Ryder, and Drew Patterson. 36-34 Lakin, 1:07 to go third quarter. Nolda triggered in, does so up top to Jackson Rumford. Then back to Knoll, who's scoreless tonight. Now into Rumford, catches it. Gets hacked going up and no foul called. My goodness. And now the rebound to Lakin. They have a 2-point lead here with 55 seconds to go third quarter. Right side to Rasema. He'll pump fake, go up, miss it. That one might have been a foul as well. And rebound to Camden Vogelmore. Whew, this is some rough ball here. Rumford needs help, finds Avery Knoll, and now leads the charge. Knoll will take it all the way, hangs, shoots. Nobody's got 2 fouls, free throws that is, coming his way with 38.1 to go third quarter, and team foul number 6 on Lakin. They'll get Ritsema with his 3rd foul. So Knoll with 2 free throws, just 17 of 33 on the year, just below 50%. And he hits that free throw. His first point of the night, 36-35, 38.1 to go third quarter. Dylan Metzger in for Lawson Bailey. Alex Trango will check in here if this can be a tie. And it's good. Knoll hits them both. 36 all. We've had 9 ties in this game. 5 of them have been in the third quarters. Duff checks out as Alex Trango is back in. 38.1 to go third quarter. Lakin ball tied at 36. We've had 1 lead change and 9 ties in this game. Lakin had their first lead moments ago, 36 to 34. 28 seconds to go third quarter. They're going to go for the final shot, Will Lakin. The possession arrow favors them. Tied at 36. 18 seconds to go third quarter. Vogelmore trying to guard out high. They lose the dribble now down to 12 seconds. Vogelmore guarding tightly Oldham, and now the pass right side to Drew Patterson. They're working around to Oldham. Pump fakes on the 3. Steps back with 3 seconds, with 2 seconds. 1 second. Hangs at the foul line. Shot. No! And that's how the third quarter comes to an end. 36-36, Scott City Lakin all squared up as we head to the fourth quarter. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Lakin the line in this second half. Oldham 16 points to lead Lakin. Scott City led by Jackson Rumford, who has 15. Free throw for the lead. Crawls off. 36-36, early stages, fourth quarter. Lakin has 6 fouls. And this half, Scott City 3. Second free throw is, he missed them both. Rebound, Jackson Rumford, just his 5th board unofficially tonight. Scott City can retake the lead here. Opening seconds, fourth quarter. Metzger in the backcourt. Needs to get it across here. Needs to find somebody. Does with a low pass to Jackson Rumford. And then back to Metzger. 7:38 to go. 36 is almost a push off by Metzger again. Here's Trango looking to drive in. He's had a nice night with 8 points. Metzger with it. Lob into Rumford, right block, gets almost stripped. Now he'll just shirt the right baseline jump. KSKL Scott City. 1-1 for Metzger. He's 66% at the line this year. In for Lakin is Adri Gomez-Escabel, replacing Drew Patterson. Lawson Bailey back in, replaces Taranga, or correction, 1-1 for the lead is good. He replaces Vogelmore. So Metzger's free throw breaks the tie, 37-36, 7:01 to go. Scott City retakes the lead. They have the first point of the fourth quarter. The Beavers rally here for a win here for a second straight game. Free throw number 2, good. 38-36. Scott City with the last 4 all at the line. They have a 2-point lead. Lakin with the ball. Opening minute plus of this fourth quarter of play. Lakin 8-6, Scott City 8-8. Both teams separated by just 1 game in the sub-state standings. Right side, here's Resetma. Shot blocked out by Knoll. Here comes Alex Trango racing his way down the line. Layup is no good. Rebound Resetma for Lakin. Oh man, a missed opportunity again at the rim for Scott City. 38-36, Scott City up by 2. 6:30 to go in this game. Man, the Beavers, if they lose this one, Those missed bunnies right around the rim are going to come back and haunt him. Simmons misses one, and a late whistle and a foul. That'll be team foul number 4 in the half on Scott City. That is such a late foul call, and that's on Metzger, his 4th with 6:22 to go. I'm not picking on the official, Nathan Morris, but it's just a frustrating thing because the other team about has the rebound by the time he calls the foul. The free throw is good for Sema, who's 2 of 3 at the line. He has 4 points tonight, makes it 38-37 with 6:22 to go. But it makes it frustrating more than anything else, whether it's a foul or not. And in pretty much all cases tonight, it has been a foul. Free throw for the tie. Too strong with the rebound tip. Lawson Bailey grabs it for Scott City. Beavers up by 1 with the ball. 6:18 to go. Bailey, he dribbled it off his foot and a turnover. The 11th of the night. Down the floor, poked away out of Oldham's hands. It'll stay with Lakin here with 6:11 to go. 38-37 is your score. These officials have gotten a workout, and I tell you what, as tough as a game as it has been to officiate, they've done a good job tonight. This is not an easy game to call here. And Ritsema, tough shot over Rumford, and Rumford grabs the board. Good defense by Rumford, just staying straight up down the floor. Late pass to Metzger as he jumps up and pick it up, puts it on the floor once, now to Rumford. 6 minutes to go. Beavers with a 1-point lead in the ball, 38-37. Up top, now right side to Metzger. Into Rumford, has good position, but not good enough. Now he'll back his way on Oldham, pivots, leans, hangs, shoots in, won't crawl in. Rebound ripped away by Knoll, flips it to Tarango, and Scott City resets. Hustle play that time by Scott City. Bailey turns down the 3. He'll drive in, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Lakin. And Bailey to the line looking for point number 5 on a 1-and-1 coming up. Team foul number 8 on the Bronx here with 5:41 to go. The foul on Ross Ryder, his 2nd. 2 subs in for Lake, and that'll be MJ Gonzalez and also Eric Munson. Bailey to the line for a 1-and-1. On the year, Bailey 45%. Scott City hanging on to 1-point lead with 5:41 to go. Here we go. This for a 2-point lead. No good. Rebound. Almost foul by Knoll. Rebound to MJ Gonzalez. Lakin looking to take the lead back. 5:34 to go. Up top with it is Gonzalez. Right side to Escobar underneath. Here's Oldham. Pump fakes, hangs, fade away for the lead. No. Hits the side of the backboard, and the rebound goes to Avery Knoll. Scott City to push it across, up by 1. Lead pass. Alex Tarango pulls up. So got a little too far ahead of him. 5:15 to go. 1 point Scott City leading the ball. 38-37 up top. Metzger left side. Tarango. Now 1 dribble up top. Bailey. He'll take the straightaway 3. Too strong in the rebound. Metzger tried to wrestle it away, and they're going to say Metzger stepped out of bounds on a tie-up. That was a good look for Bailey, and it's still going to be Lakin's basketball. 5:05 to go. Lakin with the ball down 1. 38-37. What a game. And Coach Nate Schmidt gets it across half court, and Lakin wants a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 4:55 to go, 4th quarter. Lakin with the ball. Scott City with a 1-point lead. This is Beaver basketball.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
Kansas. Next Tech Wireless.
Here at American Implement, we're proud to be part of the communities we serve, and that's the reason we support local youth through scholastic activities like FFA, 4-H band, and sports. We firmly believe that the right activity can bring out the best qualities every child has to offer, and we wholeheartedly want to support and be involved with that. It's part of our responsibility as a good neighbor, and we're proud to call your community our home also.
Some GWAC scores of interest. Hugoton all over Cimarron tonight, 73-27. Going in the fourth quarter up at the Colby Event Center, it's Colby with a 2-point lead over Goodland, 42-40. Here it's 38-37 Scott City, 4:50 to go in this one. Back out of the timeout of Lakins. They're down to 3 timeouts left. Scott City down to 2. Possession arrow favors the Beavers. Up top with it is Lakin. Escobar with it, guarded by Rumford. 4:38 to go. Crowd making noise here. Up top of it, Gomez Escobar drives in. Left corner. Here's a 3 for the lead. Good. Drew Patterson hits Lakin's second 3. They're up 40-38, 4:27 to go. And our third lead change of the night. Scott City needs to take it to the front court. Now Lawson Bailey. Just avoid the 10 count to Jackson Rumford. Lakin with the 2-point lead near the midway point of the fourth quarter. Metzger with it. He'll drive in. Stop, and now Rumford out high. Midway point, fourth quarter. Scott City needs a basket. They haven't had a field goal in almost 8 minutes. They're down 2. 4 minutes to go in this one, 40-38. The last basket came from Jackson Rumford. That was about 8 minutes ago. Metzger with it. Now lob into Rumford, who catches it. Pivots, goes to his left. Hey, shoots. Yes! And one! 3:51 to go, and the doctor answered the order on the basket. The foul on Eric Munson is second, team's 9th. And this free throw can break the 40-all tie here with 3:51 to go. Scott City is not led by more than 2 in this second half. Free throw, yes. 18 for Rumford. 41-40, our fourth lead change all in this second half. 3:45 to go, Lakin's ball down 1. They get a nice cut to Oldham underneath. Shot blocked out of there by Rumford. Into the hands of Alex Tarango, down to Rumford. 3:35 to go in this game. Scott City up by 1 with the ball. Rumford left side to Lawson Bailey. Pump fakes, looks and drive and pulls up, hang, shoots. Yes, he calls in. He has 6. 43-40 with 3:22 to go. A 5-0 run for Scott City. They're up by 3. That's their largest lead of the second half. Oldham looking to drive in on Rumford, stumbles. Now here's right side. Escobar loose, but picked up by Oldham as we approach 3 minutes to go. Lakin will reset their offense. 43-40, Scott City with the lead. Lakin with the ball. Crowd amped up here in this building tonight. Right side with the pass to Drew Patterson, who just hit a 3 moments ago. They gave Lakin the lead at the time. With the ball, here's Munson driving in on Knoll, loses the dribble, almost stolen away, and that's going to be a timeout before the travel. A 30-second timeout taken by Coach Nate Schmidt and Lakin with 2:48 to go. We'll keep it right here. 43-40 is your score. Scott City has led it for most of this night. Lakin had a couple of leads, 36-34 and 40-38. Scott City has had the last 5 points of the ball game. And both teams down to 2 timeouts left. Scott City has 2 fulls. Lakin has a full and a 30. Possession arrow favors Scott City. Hang on, folks. This has been a very intense 29 minutes and 12 seconds of basketball tonight. Hasn't been pretty at times. That's the way the game's been played. But it's been a fun one, an entertaining one. Scott City's led by 7 in the first quarter. Since the second quarter, they've led by no more than 3 points. And they're at that 3-point margin. They led by 2 at the break, 25-23, was tied at 36. Going into the fourth quarter, Scott City had about an 8-minute field goal drive before they've hit their last 2. Lakin inbound out of the timeout to Coulter Oldham. Oldham with it, guarded by Rumford out high, and now goes to Drew Patterson. They work it around with 2:40 to go. Here's Escobar with it, left baseline, driving all the way. Pump fake, now almost thrown away. Here's a 3 straight away for the tie. It's no good. Rebound tipped, and Lakin has it. Going up, blocked out of there by Knoll. Rebound, Lawson Bailey. The run out. Here's Bailey, almost double dribbled. He pulls up with 2:25 to go. Scott City with it. Here's Tarango driving in his layup. Blocked from behind. The rebound out high, though, to Lawson Bailey. Scott City with it up by 3. 2:14 to go. Run some clock. Make Lakin come out. Guard you. Make him foul you. Bailey with it into Rumford. Triple teamed immediately. Hands it off to Lawson Bailey. Driving in. Shot blocked. And a late foul call with 2:04 to go. And 2 free throws coming up for Bailey, who's 0 for 1 at the line tonight. Team foul number 10 on Lakin. That's on MJ Gonzalez's third with 2:04 to go. Scott City looking for their first 2-possession lead here in this fourth quarter or in the second half. Free throw, 2 off to the left. Bailey 0 for 2 at the line tonight. Scott City is 3 of 5 in this fourth quarter, 8 of 11 for the game. Still 43-40 with 2:04 to go. Second free throw. Good. That looked good. 44-40. 2:04 to go. Beavers up by 4. Lakin with the ball. Scott City has scored the last 6 in the game over the last 2 minutes. Under 2 to go. Pablo Areola up top. It goes to MJ Gonzalez. Here's Oldham with it up top. Looking to drive in on Rumford. Does. Spin move. Layup. A tough shot. Got it and one. What a play by Oldham, who has 18, and it's a 2-point game with 1:49 to go. That'll be on Jackson Rumford, just his first, and the 5th foul of the half on Scott City. That breaks about a 3-minute Lakin drought. And Oldham to line to try to get his 19th point and pull Lakin to within 1. Free throw is too strong, and the rebound to Lawson Bailey. He has it in the backcourt, 1:45 to go. Bullet pass. Oh, it's going to be saved into play to Rumford barely. And Scott City, they throw it away. And down the floor, going right side. Here's a shot up. No. Follow, yes. Follow up by Areola. We're tied at 44. 1:27 to go. Back it goes to Lawson Bailey. Scott City needs to get it across here with 1:20 to go. Bailey splits the defenders. Poked away from behind and a turnover. Scott City with back-to-back turnovers, and Lakin can take the lead back with 1:13 to go. 44-44. Oldham up top. They may go for the win here. Minute to go. 44-44. Rumford guarding Oldham up top. He'll go to the right. Ball deflected, almost stolen away, and it is. Lead pass down the floor. Here's Avery Knoll. The layup is good. 46-44, and a timeout on the floor with 42 seconds to go. Good help defense and full timeout. We need a 30-second break. This is Beaver basketball.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Scott City with a big steal and layup by Avery Knoll, who hit his first field goal, and it couldn't have come at a better time for the Beavers. They have 42.2 seconds left in this one. Scott City with a lead, 46-44. What a ball game. The Beavers moments ago had a 44-40 lead, and then back-to-back turnovers by the Beavers allowed Lakin to tie it up at 44 just moments ago. About 1:29 to go. But what a ball game. That was on a putback by Pablo Areola, his only basket of the night. His only 2 points. Scott City will have to defend here. They have 5 fouls. That's a big thing because they have 1 foul to give. Drew Patterson, who just nailed a 3, his first 3 of the game in the fourth quarter, inbounds it in. Scott City a little pressure in the backcourt. They'll back off, 40 seconds to go. 46-44 is your score. Almost a walk. Here's a layup by Oldham. We're tied. He has 20, 46 all, 30 seconds to go. Our 12th tie of the night. Metzger with it with 27 seconds. The Beavers have 1 timeout. Left side to Bailey. He'll drive in. Pull up shot for the lead. Yes! 48-46 with 19 seconds to go. Scott City back up by 2. Lakin with it in the backcourt. Oldham with 13 seconds to go. Scott City does have a foul to give. We get a timeout first by Coach Nate Schmidt. Let's keep it right here. 11.2 to go. Hold on, folks. Scott City 48, Lakin 46. Bailey has come up big in the fourth quarter. He has 9 to lead the he has 5 in the fourth quarter, 9 for the game. It's a full timeout taken by Lakin. We're just going to keep it right here. Both teams down to 1 timeout remaining. Can Scott City defend 1 more time in this game? What has hurt Scott City in the game is missed bunnies from underneath. Lakin has missed a lot of free throws in this second half. 48-46. Scott City with the lead. Lakin with the ball with 11.2 to go. Scott City trying to snap a losing streak of 4 in a row to the Lakin Bronx and win their first home game against the Bronx since 2016. It'll be Lakin ball out of the timeout. Scott City with Dylan Metzger, Lawson Bailey, Avery Knoll, Jackson Rumford, and Alex Tarango. See who Lakin brings out here out of that timeout. You know it's going to be Coulter Oldham. It'll be MJ Gonzalez. Those are their top two scorers. Adric Gomez Escabel, also Drew Patterson, and Austin Ritsema. Lakin to inbound it with 11.2 to go. To be Oldham to inbound it. Bailey has him to defend. Scott City does have one foul left before it's a 1-and-1. The lob in the backcourt. Here's Escabel with 9 seconds, 8 seconds. He'll go underneath, drive in, pump fake, shot up, and short rebound tip. Lakin has it, and it's ripped away by Alex Tarango. And there's a foul with 2:10. Scott City's going to win this one. Oh, what a clutch situation. Lakin missed the layup by Escabel. He got the rebound, and Tarango ripped it out of his hands. And 11th team foul, Tarango to the line. He has 8 tonight, and it's 48-46 with 0.2 of a second left. First free throw. Oh, it crawls off. Second free throw coming. What a game. Right now the difference is Lawson Bailey's shot in the left baseline with 19 seconds to go to put the Beavers up 48-46. Free throw number 2 is good. Timeout Lakin, 49-46. It's just a 32 of a second to go. If you're Scott City, you just want to just tip it. Just tip it. Any kind of contact can run this clock out. And folks, these two teams could play each other come March in Lakin. But we have 0.2 of a second left. Scott City leads this series 36-15 all time. Win number 37 in the series may be off a close. What a gutsy game tonight. At times Scott City had a hard time handling the pressure. At times they broke it with ease, and you know, it's just been one of those games back and forth. We've had 12 ties, 4 lead changes here tonight. We just need 0.2 of a second here to run off, and Scott City can get their 9th win of the year. Lakin to inbound it. It's either going to go to probably Gonzalez. We'll see how it goes here. Looking, they'll get it in. Ball intercepted by Knoll, and that's it. 49-46. Scott City survives. And they snap a 4-game losing streak to the Lakin Bronx. It gets a 9-8 on the year. Lakin drops to 8-7. But what a game here tonight. No one lost this game, folks. This is a 32-minute knockout dragout, and the Beavers deliver the final blow, 49-46. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka meet the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectations. And as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding the standards each and every time. Demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using the online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com. Always get it for less.
Looking for a fresh start? How about buying a new car or home? We at Security Savings want to help you with all the financial changes in your life, to choosing the perfect home for your family or starting a new business. Let Security help you. Come into one of our locations in Scott City or Leota. Visit our website at ssbscott.com or call 620-872-7224 to find out